think we did it. We got it. How we doing over there? We good? Are we live?
Yep,
We're live.
We're live.
Yes, we are live. What is
Hell to
up?
the yeah.
Tim.
Angel,
Tim.
my friend.
Wow. How's it going, dude?
Pretty fucking good,
Yeah, it's
man.
good to see you.
It's been a long time.
It's been a very. I mean, we see each other off and on,
Periodically.
and like, oh look, there he is. Hey man, how's it going? But this is a long-awaited thing.
It's been almost a decade, maybe
Yeah.
even a decade.
It's hard to say. That's
It's been a long time.
It's rough to say that. That's been too long.
I know, right?
Let me go ahead and finish this transition here. What happens is I'm just going to switch the camera angle so everyone sees the actual text correctly. So everyone can see what's on the wall
You
correctly.
can see it all. You can see everything in its gloriousnness.
Again, this is my friend, Tim. I've known him for quite a while. I'm going to give the studio audience a little... Yeah, this is Tim. He's an old friend. I can't believe how long we've known each other. I've known him when I entered high school in freshman year, so that's how long I've known you. You're in my government class.
Yep. Oh God.
And that's so weird is because that class was like had different grade age groups in it, like different grades. So like I was a freshman. You were obviously what?
I was a freshman as well.
You were a freshman.
Yeah, I was a freshman in that class.
Crazy. And there were a few, maybe some juniors. I don't know, maybe a sophomore too.
We had a senior in there too.
Really?
Which was weird.
See, I don't.
It was like this fucking old guy in here.
It's so weird too to think about. I don't remember so much of that. I remember you, obviously. I remember some people in my class. What was the guy's name again?
Oh man, what was his name? Mr. He's like super clean cut. Oh man, it's gonna bug me.
Dude, I hate when this happens too because I'm always thinking like, what is that person's name? What? I can't remember that person I used to sit next to in that class.
I can't remember. Was Paul in that class too?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. Okay, I don't know why I thought he was in that class.
The only person I remember in that class besides you was Ana Ruiz. Do you remember her?
Holy crap! I actually haven't even thought about her in these 10 years.
I had such a big crush on her when I was a little kid, and then I find out she's a lesbian. I'm just like, what? It was weird.
If anything, you're like, good on you, girl.
Strong, you go, girl. But I was a little.
But also, like, still, like, you find her even more attractive now because now she's forbidden fruit.
Oh, I know, right? It's crazy. And she's always been super nice to me. Like she's been the super nicest person ever. She's we had a nickname for each other. She was like Evil Anna, and I was like Dr. Satan. So stupid back then, but
Those are the days, though, man.
wasn't it? Oh my God. I remember like that's when. How long? Okay, here's another question then.
Yeah.
How long did you already know how to play guitar at that time? Because
I was super fresh.
that was same here. I barely getting into the scene, barely doing, because I remember you played in a band.
I played in Punishment Overdue, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't want to go over this right now because I wanted to save it a little more in the middle, but fuck it, we're already jumping there.
We're already there, fuck it.
Angel, I got a video on the
Oh my fucking God.
I got it queued up, old school. Do you remember that documentary you made?
Yeah, that what's his name?
Damn.
Pfeiffer. Jared Pfeiffer.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I'm looking at that and I'm just like, wow, that was like 10 years ago. What is it? Published like in
That was
2007.
14 years ago.
14 years ago. What on when you're done there, look at the day of when it came out.
No, it had to have been 12, 10. Yeah, you're about right, actually.
I think it was 2007, 2006-ish.
Because that, actually, my freshman year, that was before I was in Punishment. That was before I did anything with Punishment Overdue. I was like still like learning how to play guitar. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember AJ Fulenfont.
I do.
Yeah, and so like he was teaching me how to play guitar my freshman year. Like
Okay.
that was when I started learning how to actually do shit. But I was not in there quite yet. I think it was more like the end of
Yeah, it's the first one.
freshman year. Oh God, there it
11
is.
years ago. 11 years ago. I love how it's like the interviews and stuff
man.
too.
Here
Let me
it
get that
is.
sound.
Larry!
That's crazy, dude.
I fucking love Larry. Is his name misspelled? I never noticed that. It said Piaz, not Pies.
Oh God.
I never noticed that. There's Matt.
That was crazy.
Oh man, that was the high school auditorium.
The one downstairs, right? It was like downstairs.
It was the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the downstairs. It was the big one. We
Oh,
played the
okay.
main one. Oh my God, look at me in all my hairs.
Yeah, dude. You had such good hair.
I had long hair there for a long time. Like down the middle of my back.
Hair was pretty gorgeous, man.
I miss it. I miss it pretty terribly.
Well, back, I don't know.
It was such a bitch to grow out, though, so I'll never do it again. Joe!
That's actually footage from when I first actually guitar battled him.
Oh, that's fucking right. I forgot about that.
That was like so. That's it on the internet too. That is so weird, dude. It fucking this night literally reshaped my whole perspective of like I totally just need to sit back and really evaluate how I play because I thought I was good, and then
yeah,
this happens, and then don't get me wrong, I totally respect the guy and I'm totally humble, but I mean it was a cool little stepping stone for like me to learn more. It's just like here you go, bam. That's how you get it, bitch.
Yeah, it's one of those couple things where like the only way that you can learn more is by being completely fucking. Oh my god, look at me. I'm so babyface.
It's so crazy. Look how bad this quality is too. Wow,
dude, that was like the shit back then.
Oh, I know. That's how crazy that is. It's like, whoa, go to the settings, the settings on the YouTube, the little icon of the settings on the bottom.
Little gearbox guy.
Yeah, on the bottom, like on the bottom
of the actual screen itself.
On the video, yeah. What is it?
240.
And that's auto.
That's auto. Oh my god.
Go straight to as high as it can go. Yeah, dang. That is 240, crazy. And that was high quality back then.
That was the shit. Yeah. Look and then my favorite part about this entire thing is there's a couple things that make me laugh. And the entire time Joe is just there warming up, just fucking shredding and doing it in his head. And me, like, if you keep playing the video, you'll notice that I keep hair flipping like a total fucking douchebag. Wait for it. Where's the first one? It's going to happen. I'm waiting. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, come on, little baby Tim. Hair flip, come on.
We're taking a drink every time we see a hair flip.
All right.
Yeah, drink every time we see a hair flip.
Waiting for it. But still, the Dimebag Daryl.
Dimebag Daryl.
Oh, there's Matt, hair flip. There we go.
Hair flip.
I haven't done it yet. I'm actually a little surprised. I thought there was more hair flipping. Apparently, I just think of myself as more of a douche when I was a kid.
Dude, doesn't that is true of everybody though? You always like weren't as humble as you are now.
There it is.
That is. That counts. That counts. That counts.
That counts.
So, what does the music make you feel? It empowers us. Gives us
That's a straight up kid answer too.
It really is. Dude. That part always made me laugh. So it empowers us. And you can see my face. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Once I got a guitar, I expressed all my emotions to it.
Oh, dude, that was like a fucking studded belt that I used that I cut holes into to make as a guitar strap.
Our first one was stress balls.
You still have that guitar?
I do not. I was actually borrowing that from AJ.
Oh, okay.
He let me borrow that guitar and one of his cabs for my 5150.
Nice. Do you still have that 5150?
I still have that.
Dude, I want to see that.
I will never get rid of it.
I want to.
It needs a lot of work. I just need to fix that fucking thing. Cause that amp is so beautiful.
Dude, I remember when you first showed me it, I didn't have appreciation for it because I didn't know a lot about it. Like when I was young, I was probably like fucking, I don't know, 2 years into playing, and you showed me it.
We were like 15.
Dude, and like, I remember you ran that giant freaking Digitech pedal.
Oh, God, that piece of shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
Those things are fucking terrible,
remember back
dude.
then, this is the new age of technology.
It was the shit. I was like, dude, I can also use this volume pedal. It works for wah. It works for everything.
This is going to change my whole playing skills.
And it did. It was a big stepping stone to, like, introduce me to a lot of like effects such as delay and a lot of that stuff
reverb,
where I could really fuck around with it.
Yeah, fine stuff too. Like I didn't know aspects of like reverb and shit like that. Like how that even actually works to like make it an echo or like make it sound like a dead sound, or you really want to fill a room up so it sounds like really like extravagant.
Huge.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
And that's what it did, is like those pedals started you off in that brand, because I remember when I started, it was just like a 15-watt amp with just like tone, volume, and gain. That's it.
That's it. Yep.
And what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, I don't know the aspect of learning an actual instrument. Like, I don't know how to do those volume swills with like this kind of amp and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I needed like something more. And
what did you start? What was your first real big amp?
My first real big amp was the Line 6 Spider 3.
Oh,
the combo,
right.
and I still have it. It's in the living room.
So you can never get rid of your first good amplifier.
The first good amp, you can't, because I honestly, I'm stupid. What I really love about that amp, I don't know why, but those speakers to me just sound so crisp. Like
they use Celestions in them, correct?
Yeah, but for the first model of the Spider 3, they're not the same ones that came out after. So like if you had the combo version, it doesn't have the same Celestians. If you got the Spider 4 with the combo version, or even just the half stack, it doesn't have the same Celestians.
No shit.
So like I'll show you in the later on. It's amazing. Like that's the only reason why I'll keep it is like because it's that iconic, and I don't have the money to buy it.
You can't get rid of it.
Yeah, that's true too,
one of
because
those things.
it's
That's me with my PV, dude. I can never get rid of that fucking thing.
I wish I had my first guitar though.
I have the neck of my first guitar.
Really?
Yeah, because it got broken, and somebody super fucked up, and I kind of fucked up. I left it on my like couch of like my growing up house.
Yeah.
And somebody didn't see it there and put a bag on top of it, and it had a Floyd Rose, and so it just pulled the Floyd Rose completely out.
So the bag was weighted, and it was a pretty heavy bag.
It was enough weight where I still had the bar on it, and somebody just like put it, and it pulled the actual studs right out. Damn. And thing was toast. Like the body was done after that. Like no fixing it. So I kept the neck forever, and I still have it.
What is it?
It's a tire thumper in my car.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I keep it in my car. I'll never get rid of it.
I'd be like, not even like try to rebuild it or anything, maybe.
Not with the actual body itself was fucked. Like it was just done.
Maybe.
And it was kind of like it was missing. It was an old Washburn that was missing like the front, the pick guard itself.
Okay.
So all the guts were like taped in too. It was super fucking ghetto.
That's
it was like my first guitar. It was mega ghetto.
It was your Frankenstein.
It was.
That's crazy.
She was my baby.
That's awesome.
That was the only guitar and last guitar I've only had with a Floyd Rose. I've never had a Floyd Rose since.
Really?
I don't like them.
What's
not my jam.
What's up? I mean, is there a specific
I just
reason
like
why?
string throughs, man.
Really?
I'm just such a fan of string throughs, man.
I guess I can see that because I feel personally with the string throughs, you have more of an like direct attack. Like you feel so much of the power.
Sustain is fucking real, dude.
That's true too. But then again, like there's so much pedals out there and stuff that can make a sustain last forever.
It doesn't matter anymore. You can play fucking anything with all of the effects and all of the pedals and stuff that are out now. Like
it's ridiculous.
It's awesome.
How do you like that new Horizon drive that just came out? Have you seen it?
I haven't actually.
Look it up, Angel. It's a pedal by Misha Mansour.
Oh no! I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's blue and black.
Do you have one?
I want it.
Oh, I was like, can I try it?
Oh, dude, we would be playing it on live air right now just to see it. But dude, that thing is awesome. They actually came out with the limited edition one with the opposite color scheme. It's white and red, and it just has Japanese letters, all Japanese.
It's just periphery as fuck.
It looks so sick. There it is. There's the actual model, and then look up for the limited edition one.
Oh, dude, it's so pretty.
It's
I like the black and blue a lot.
It's sleek, dude. Just wait till you see this one. Where is it? It's a white one. Type in a Horizon Drive pedal in front of Misha Mansour.
Come on, Horizon, dude. Oh man,
I'm gonna get one. Here soon.
I need to play more guitar.
You haven't been playing?
Not really. No,
Oh,
man.
dude.
I've been actually bought a banjo not too long ago.
I've seen videos.
Do you remember Toby Archuleta?
Familiar.
His older brother Santiago Archuleta. Do
Okay.
you remember the Archuleta brothers?
Yes. Okay.
And so Toby was moving to Baltimore,
And
Toby's also Luna, by the way, Luna.
Okay.
And Luna was moving to Barcelona. God, Jesus Christ, Baltimore.
Okay.
And
That's a
she
big
could only
difference.
take like a couple instruments, so she couldn't take the banjo. So she sold me her banjo for like dirt cheap.
Nice.
And ever since then, dude, I'm like fucking in love with that instrument.
You
It is
understand.
so much fucking fun, dude.
Nice, dude. Because I've seen some videos and it that looks crazy. Because it's all finger picking technique.
All finger picking. And so I've always been garbage at finger picking. And so that was like one of those things where I'm like, this will definitely be me learning how to fucking finger pick now. So I like bought finger picks. I learned Scruggs style, which is like the rolls.
Okay.
And dude, it's easily the most fucking fun I've ever had. And it's improved my finger, like my actual guitar playing. Like,
Okay.
by a bunch.
I
Like,
can imagine. And it only has 4 strings, right?
5.
5 strings.
so it's got 4 strings, and then further
middle
down it's
one.
got the G,
Okay.
the super high G.
So that's what is the tuning?
Open G.
Open G.
Mhm.
Nice.
And so like you can just strum it and it's G.
Okay.
And so it's just real fun. Dude, it's so much fucking
Nice.
fun.
And even probably playing like bar chords and stuff, right?
It's weird. Open G. I've never played an open G before, and so you can just bar it, but also like some of the chords, like they totally fuck with me because I'll forget that doesn't work on guitar, and I'll be playing guitar, and I'll just be like, oh, fucked up, and just try to come back from it. It's super goofy.
Yeah, it's weird, because I remember doing some open G stuff, and it's like a lot of them are stacked on top of each other. A lot of the notes are just like right on top
They're
of
right
it.
there.
Just to make it like the minor to the major, just like, oh, well, I'm going to take that and put it on the third string instead of the second. And that's just that little difference right there.
It's fucking weird. I'll have to bring it over so you can try it one of these days.
That'd be cool. I've never tried that.
Super fun, dude.
The closest to like a weird instrument I have is called a dulcimer.
I know what a dulcimer is, yeah.
This is a 3-string little lap guitar.
You have one?
Yeah, I do.
Did you play that fucking thing?
Yeah, it's just really simple. It's like a little chord progression kind of thing where it's just like really simple. What is it tuned to? I can't remember exactly what it's tuned to, but the fifth and the first string and the second string are separated by a fifth.
Yeah.
And then the last string is unison with the first string. So that little combination
that sounds
there.
Fucking awesome.
And it just has a really cool twangy sound to it.
Yeah, dulcimers sound super cool. Like people that can like really play those things, it sounds so fucking rad.
Yeah, and it's not bad. It's actually I made it in an art class, so we actually got the whole fretboard.
Oh, you made it?
Yeah, we got the fretboard. We did the box cut for it.
Yeah,
put it together, put a hollow box on it, and now just jam out on it whenever.
Oh shit!
And I even did well, my friend did this cool design where he put the pinstripes of the Van Halen guitar.
Oh, you got to do that, yeah.
So it's just the black and yellow one, that kind of pinstripe design.
Straight up Eddie style.
Yeah, because I mean he's an influence, and I've always loved Eddie.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. That's why.
He's I don't know. How do you feel about certain guitar players or musicians that are like too overrated?
I have always felt like Eddie was overrated.
Okay.
But also, I think it's because I saw it too often as a kid. And some of those things can get ruined for you. Like, I the more I listen to Van Halen now, like, I understand what he fucking did for soloing musicians, especially solo guitar and whammy. Everything that he did was fucking enormous.
Yeah.
But I don't think I liked him as much as when I was younger, just because I think I heard it too often. In the same way that I don't like Megadeth. But I do like Megadeth more now, because I can appreciate him a little bit better. But I think I was surrounded by too much Megadeth, and it just annoyed me.
Okay.
And so, I mean, what do you think? Who do you think is a guitarist that was overrated?
I've always thought guitar players like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love his musicianship. He's a really great guitar player, but I always thought Joe Satriani was one of those overrated guitar players.
Let me quote a song.
Okay. Here's my argument.
Okay.
My argument was, see, and I'm not even a big advocate of this because it's not like I know the best thing about EQ and like tone and shit like that.
Same.
But that guy, man, those high notes could like fucking rupture eardrums and like kill people.
I can see that. It's a little too much.
Same thing with Kurt Hammett. That guy needs to learn how to use a wah properly. No offense, that guy's awesome. He's an amazing guitar player.
I've never been thoroughly impressed by Kurt Hammett. So.
Have you? But you know what I'm saying with that wah pedal.
I thought it was hilarious because you've seen Some Kind of Monster, right?
Yes.
Do you remember when they hid his wah pedal from him?
Oh my god. Jesus.
And I was like, thank fucking God.
Because like it's overbearing. It really is. It is. I mean, when I hear it, the only time it didn't have it was on Kill 'Em All.
And Saint Anger, but I don't think anybody really counts Saint Anger as an album. So
I don't really. The only song I like on there is Saint Anger, and that's only because like
that's it.
It's because it's the title song, and like it was played over and over and over again.
I can hear it in my fucking head like a bad dream.
Let me just play that sound of that. I don't even know how to play that drum, that fucking snare.
The snare,
yeah, dude.
God. Oh, it's so bad. I'm so happy that we don't have to live with that anymore.
You know what's crazy too? I would play the song right now on the podcast, but they'd probably copyright it. They'd be like, "You can't play that song."
Dude, no. I mean, fucking Lars would be all up on our business.
They do that shit all the time. I have to watch what I play on here sometimes.
Oh, I guarantee you do, man. I mean, I was actually going to ask you about the labels on this. I was like, do I hide the labels?
It's going to happen. If it happens, it don't. They're just going to be like, oh, well, unfortunately, you're not going to get any revenue for this video. So, I mean, it's like, dude, I'm not, whatever. I'm pretty sure my revenue right now is at 0, so I'm not expecting anything right now.
It's like you're expecting, because I mean, obviously this tasty Miller High Life.
Dude, that's all I need though is like for like Miller to contact me and be like, we saw your podcast and we want to start
to only have Miller High Lives right here.
We want to work with you. We want to work with you. You're a cat person.
I am not a cat person actually, but I do like cats. I'm more of a dog person. I'm an animal person
So
actually.
you like
to be completely honest.
animals.
I love animals. I saw the kitty. I was like, "Hi, kitty." There's a kitty right here, guys.
He might even jump up on the table. He's so
I don't
ridiculous. Yeah, sometimes he's ridiculous. I've had a guest though that was allergic to animals.
I'm very allergic to animals.
What?
I don't give a shit.
That's crazy.
I don't care.
How do you work with that?
Lots of Claritin and Zyrtec. Just switch back and forth.
It's just whatever you have.
Yeah, it's like I've had dogs like all of my fucking life, and I'm allergic to dogs like pretty hard, except for pit bulls. Weirdly, I don't know. I'm not super allergic to pit bulls, but we have 2 Great Danes at the house I'm living at right now.
Okay.
And man, I fucking bust out in hives pretty often, but I can't help it. And it's after like snuggling them. I'm like, oh, you're adorable and huge
right.
and stupid, and I just come out, it's like fucking covered in hives, and I'm like,
I could feel it. I could feel
worth
it.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
It's always worth it. I love
I
dogs.
have the power.
I do.
That's crazy because like she's actually a part pit bull.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, she's the weird mix of a pit bull and a Siberian husky.
Oh, that's why I couldn't peg what kind of breed she was.
I
I was
know,
like,
she's
kinda-
so
Is she right there?
She's out there, man.
Oh, she is right there.
She's just fucking
I couldn't see her at the table.
she's
Was
just
really blocking it.
snuggling. Her name's BB-8.
BB-8, nice.
Yeah, I had to name her after because I saw the movie and then I got her and I was like, that's perfect.
Did you see the new one?
Yeah. Do you like it?
I haven't seen it.
No,
I'm afraid of being disappointed.
it's not the best, but it's not the worst. I mean, it's
That's what I keep
Disney.
hearing.
What are you gonna do when Disney owns you?
I know, and that's like I was afraid with that with Deadpool as well, but we'll see. When
Yeah,
the new
'cause
Deadpool happens
yeah.
because they're owned by Disney now,
But it seems they're keeping the same structure. I
They are.
feel like that's gonna be awesome.
and they were saying that they wanted to venture out and started doing rated R movies and like do that shit, and we'll see. We'll see how it works with Deadpool.
Because if you really think about it, Disney has evolved with their childhood audience. So they've had people from like the 1970s that started watching cartoons that are older now, and they're like, I like Disney because I grew up with Disney. I wish Disney would come out with something a little more gruesome than the Avengers.
Exactly.
Because like, I mean, that's all I can think of that would be as gruesome.
We'll see here in a couple weeks, man. Or no, a week. It's a week away.
Yeah, 27th.
And I think it's gonna get dark.
You think so?
I think so. I think Thanos is gonna kill some motherfuckers, dude.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
excited.
they have to kill off
Well,
somebody.
obviously someone's gonna die, but I mean, I want it to get nice and gruesome.
Who do you think's gonna die first, Captain America or Iron Man?
I'm hoping for Cap
Captain?
because he should already be fucking dead, and it's bugging me that he's not.
Why should he be dead? Do you follow the comic books?
Yeah.
You
You ever read Civil War?
What I do is like I have this guy called Comic Historian on YouTube, and he like overviews the comic books and stuff. So he'll tell you the story of it and justifies it, and just
Yeah.
like, oh, this is what happened and stuff.
Well, Cap's not really dead because comics.
Right.
Let
me just
Steven
wish him
Rogers.
back.
Hold on, and it's like, but no, like they killed him off at the end of Civil War. Like he took a bullet, and so that was supposed to be a thing, and they didn't kill him. And I was like, I don't think they're going to. And they didn't. And I'm like, dude, they need to kill Cap.
Oh God.
They need to do it. And I think I think Tony Stark's gonna die. I'm very sure of it because this is supposed to be his last Marvel movie.
What?
He's gonna be done soon.
Well,
They've been like looking, or not. I don't know if it's gonna be his last, but I know it's approaching to the fact that he's gonna be done being Tony Stark soon,
Okay.
which is the saddest fucking day in the world. It's like Hugh Jackman. Like when Hugh Jackman was done playing Wolverine, I'm like, but who else is gonna play him?
I don't know. I heard that Hugh Jackman would come back for a certain reason, and now that reason happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
I can't. I don't know. Maybe you could find it somewhere, Angel. There was a reason that Hugh Jackman. He said there was a rumor that he wasn't gonna do it unless they had the rights to something or some kind of thing.
Interesting, because I mean, X-Men was all Sony, correct?
Yeah. No. 20th Century Fox.
Okay,
And
so
and now they're owned by Disney. So
that
like,
makes me so happy.
it's kind of
And unhappy at the same time.
it makes me sad, but yet happy because obviously they can rewrite the story because now they have the characters that they need to make the story. What happened to the Silver Surfer that was supposed to that's telling Thanos like, "Oh, dude, I found this planet here. Go do it because I don't want you to kill my planet."
Because Silver Surfer's probably owned by somebody else. That's what I'm assuming.
He
because
was owned by 20th Century Fox.
motherfuckers.
And that's why they never got to use him in Infinity Wars. That's why none of the Fantastic Four, none of the X-Men ever played a role inside of the Avengers. Ever.
And that's what was like weird when they did in Civil War, when they like the way that they brought Quicksilver in and then killed him off like rather quickly.
Yeah.
It's like they were like, we kind of have to do this, but also he's part of the X-Men world, so we have to kill him because we can't have him in other
They
stuff.
they were barely lucky to have that one movie scene with him. That one movie, because he was just in the Avengers, right? With the Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, that's what it was. I'm sorry, not Civil War. I fucked that up.
Yeah, the Age of Ultron one. I think that's the only one he was in, and then they killed him off.
Yeah, they killed him off super quick.
Because they had X-Men's guy.
Yep.
Do you want me to go more into copyrights?
Yes,
bullshit
please.
they did.
I love copyright bullshit.
You know what they did too is like they were not. Do you remember what Captain America's shield is made out of?
Vibranium.
In the comic book,
I don't actually.
it's made out of both vibranium and antiadium.
Oh, that's right.
But in the movie at the time,
It's just vibranium, correct?
yeah.
Oh, because they can't use adamantium. Holy
Yes.
shit. I get that now.
And it's so shitty because a lot of people were like, that's no fair because if Wolverine were to come back, he can fuck up Cap's shield. But that wasn't the case in the comic book because it was pretty much the same stuff that Wolverine
because they
was
don't
made
ever
of.
talk about adamantium. I never fucking noticed that.
It's crazy too because a lot of stuff like Wolverine, what is it? In the Black Panther.
Yeah.
I
I still haven't seen that either. I need to watch that.
Okay,
that's me fucking up. It's not me being afraid to be disappointed. I'm just fucking up.
It's just that's no. Then you know the comic book a little bit.
I know what happens.
Yeah,
so.
and especially since like they got the technology from them, like, oh, we need your help. You guys actually do have vibranium and antianium in your guys' caves and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like they only said the vibranium though, so that's another copyright thing. So who knows? Again, I don't think
copyright shit.
They can bring the X-Men into this. They have the rights to do it now. But then again, they have to rewrite the story because this was a story written almost like 4 to 5 years ago.
It's been 10 years that we've been doing Marvel movies through Disney.
That's crazy.
Because we started, I think the first one was Iron Man, right?
It was. Iron Man was the first one.
And that was easily 10 years ago. Ish. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
what is it, Angel? Do you know when
first Iron Man?
The first
movie.
Iron Man came out? I can't remember.
It has to be early. I say 2006.
I want to say 7.
6.
6 sounds right because I'm pretty sure I saw it at the movie theater in Los Lunas.
Really?
Yeah, in high school. Yeah, I think you're right.
2008.
Whoa.
Oh nope, I was fucking wrong.
Wow.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Well, still in Los Lunas then though.
2008. I already left at that point.
I left about a year after that.
I didn't even finish school in Los Lunas. I went to a small town in Penasco where we met. Remember when we met at that ski resort?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I lived there for
about
like 5 years. Like after my sophomore year, some shit happened with my family and stuff, and my mom was kind of like going down a downward spiral with alcohol and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked if I can go live with my grandpa. And he's like, yeah, sure, why not? But unfortunately, you can come, but not your brothers, because don't have the room for all of you.
Yeah, only you could go.
Yeah, so I kind of went, and like I went to go live over there, and like my mom went in even more downward spiral, and like she lost my brothers to like still foster care and shit.
Holy shit!
It got pretty bad. Dude. It got pretty bad. The bright side about this though, they got the best foster dad ever. He adopted them.
No shit.
He's dude, they're on a straight path to like perfection. They have a way better life than if they would have stayed there with my parents. I love you, mom and dad. You guys are awesome, but there's some things that you just couldn't do.
You can't fix, and fortunately, fortunately, all that shit ended up working out pretty well.
It did, because like my brothers are more humble now. They know more of the appreciation of life because they saw how hard it was growing up and shit. So it's awesome.
Yep, I get that. I know being poor.
And it's weird to think about, like, I went to go live over there, and I didn't think I would have a connection back over here for a long time. I'd be like, oh, well, I live there. I talk to, like, Jesus maybe once in a while online.
I live with him now.
That's crazy. See, and that's another thing, too. I grew up with that guy, like, weird. Starting to play guitar and stuff, and, like, I knew you before I knew him, and it's like...
Sup, Jesus?
It's weird. It's so weird, man. Shout out to that guy, man. That's how small this world is. We all have a connection with each other.
Yeah, it's crazy, because I live with him and Scott Marin.
Nice. Well, I've just met because you get the band and stuff.
And we're also in a band.
Yeah.
And so we're, like, the 3 core members of our band, and so we all live together now too.
Because I was living together with my band too, but my drummer ended up getting a girlfriend, so he ended up like thinking he's gonna like start a life and stuff. So unfortunately, it was me, Angel, my guitar player Desmond, and my drummer Ogie. His name's Elijah, but we call him Ogie. And them two were kind of like, well, I think we should go. I want to kind of have my own space with my girlfriend.
That's fair.
And me and him were like, well, I mean, we can go get our own place and try to do our own thing. But unfortunately, they've been kind of like, the band has kind of been slowing down because of the whole situation. So
Yeah.
That's
why
kind
is
of
it always the
depressing.
drummers, dude?
That's always depressing. That makes it a little depressing to me, but I mean, it is what it is. I just got to grow from it.
Yep.
Do something now, try something different. I'm never going to stop playing, obviously, but
No, same. And we're doing the kind of the same thing. Like we're going to be losing our drummer. And shout out to Jesse. We love you, buddy. And he's 19 years old and like one of the gnarliest fucking drummers I've ever played with.
Yeah, because he plays with
Patema.
Yeah.
But I know he's got to focus hard on Patema because that's his main baby.
Yeah.
And so like we all get it. Like we get that you have to leave, and it's the replacing him part that's going to be the hardest thing. It's because man, I can't remember the last time I played with a drummer that good.
You know,
we're somebody who just gets what you're doing, and it doesn't. We don't have to talk about shit. We can just play through all of our shit.
That's
so fucking killer.
That's the same thing with like the guys that I played with. Like we played for like, I don't know, like maybe like 8 years because I met them up there. And then I was like, I met a girl and I was like, she wants to move to Albuquerque, so you guys should come to Albuquerque with me. And they're like, we don't have that time yet. We have to wait a few years.
Yeah.
So I came down, I met this girl, and we like dated, and we moved to Albuquerque. And it was all lovey-dovey, and then all of a sudden, like, that didn't work out. So I needed to find a new place. I was like, I'm kind of screwed. And they were like, hey, man, I don't know if you're still up for it, but we can go move down there. I work, one of the the guitar player works for the union.
Oh, shit.
For the Carpenters Union. So
Yeah.
he's actually started to, like, locate different places and stuff. So he's like, yeah, I can go to Albuquerque. I can invite my brother, too, and we can start the band again. So we got it back into it. And it's just that exact example. It's like we've been playing and doing for so long that it's just like we get in the practice session, get in the studio, and we just
do it.
We don't even have to, like, oh, dude, you know how you, like, kind of, like, speed up on that part a little bit? Or, like, we already did all that. We already did all of that warming up stuff, and we just got so
you just do it.
Yeah, and it's kind of, it sucks that we can't do that anymore. So
I feel that. That's like the previous drummer was Brian, was another guy we went to school with.
Yeah.
And this was before Jesse. He was like, we went in and recorded the album, and when we recorded, by the way, we released an album, and we recorded that album in a day.
These links will be on the description below. We'll get that to you. Band and stuff.
Yeah,
and
good,
shout out.
fucking promotion. Shit.
Yeah, you know.
But we recorded that album in a fucking day, which was real rough because that's an LP. That's not an EP.
Nice.
Like, yeah, it's a long play, and so it's a lot, and it was a bitch. But also at the same time, like Brian was just able to just nail him out, dude. And we were recording him first before we did everything else, and then recorded all of us together, which was really cool.
Okay.
And yeah, shout out to Third Eye Studios, by the way. Jesus Christ, are they fucking awesome?
Really?
Yeah, the dude, I think it's Jesus Christ, I'm forgetting his name. I think it's David. And David was like the man. Like his recording was not only incredibly professional, but he also kind of helped produce the album a little bit too.
Oh, nice.
Because he gave us like little pointers. He's like, maybe you should do, because I'm the vocalist in the band, and he's like, maybe you should do some highs right there to link with those lows. And I'm like, let's give it a shot. And so he'd like keep giving us ideas in order that would make the album sound better. Okay. And so like, and he was just incredibly fucking easy to work with. Nice. And so anybody who's out there in Albuquerque that needs recording, like,
go check him out.
Third Eye is fucking killer. Like,
I'll
highly recommend him.
I'll put that. I need to ask that guy if he want to be on the podcast.
Dude, you should. He's interesting as fuck. Like, he's such a nice guy too. Like,
after this, give me some information.
I will.
Well, that'd be cool, man.
I'll hook you up with David. He's I want to say it's David. I fucking hope it's David.
I know, you're like, God, please,
I fucking hope so. I'm pretty sure it is.
It's Dave something. But yeah, that'd be awesome. Because, like, I want to get as much different variety of guests on here. Like, my goal right now is to try to get a professor from UNM.
Oh.
In whatever
I can already tell you who I want you to have.
Well,
Professor Jeffrey Miller.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me more about this.
Professor Jeffrey Miller is he teaches sexual psychology and also has a couple books about sexual psychology.
Wow.
And he was one of my favorite professors, and on top of that, like, his books are really fucking good.
Really?
And so he writes sexual psychology. And what was it? I read the last one, or the first one I read was The Mating Mind. And it's colloquial. I can never fucking say that word. Colloquial as fuck. Like, you can actually read it and not feel like you're reading a textbook.
Oh, so it's actually, like, really worded well.
It's worded very well.
Okay.
Like, Jeffrey Miller is the man. And at first, like, that dude was like, he uses his own books as his textbooks. Like, what a fucking
tacky,
guy.
yeah.
Like, ugh. But no, dude, highly recommend. If you can get anybody, like, try to get Jeffrey Miller. He did a podcast for a long time, actually.
Really?
With oh god, what's that douchebag's name? God damn it, the guy who wrote I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. What's his name? It's gonna bug me.
I don't.
But he did a podcast with that guy.
Nice.
And it was called. It might have actually been called The Mating Mind. I can't remember what the fucking podcast was, but it was really interesting. It's like whenever he was, dude, he's super fucking interesting.
Nice.
And if you're interested in sexual psychology in any way, shape, or form, like
that's who we should talk to.
Yeah, and he's done podcasting forever, so he would slip right the fuck in.
He'd be like, real nice. Well, I should. Jeffrey Miller.
Jeffrey Miller with a G.
Jeffrey with the G. And David.
And David from Third Eye. Yeah. Highly recommend.
Just check. I could probably just message the page, right? Maybe they might respond.
I highly doubt you're probably going to get Jeff, but Dave, you probably will.
Okay.
Jeffrey is like, yeah, he does like a lot of shit. Like, he'd probably be really hard to pin down.
So that's probably someone I'd have to go talk to.
Yeah, he's not just like, he's like, as far as sexual psychology goes, he wrote the book.
He wrote the book. I mean, you're gonna have to find the guy. You're not just gonna be
fucking killer, dude. I don't know if he works at UNM anymore. Actually, I'm really curious at that. I don't think he does. No, I think I fucked up. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
No, but I mean, knowing the guy is just another little stepping stone of trying to find more interesting guests.
He's fucking awesome.
Nice.
You said you want to get the whole band on at some point, right?
That would be cool. Actually, here's the idea. You actually heard it for season 3. Mm-hmm. All this is getting out. I'm tearing all this out. And it's going to be straight up like the Jimmy Kimmel set.
Oh, no shit.
Chairs, desk, lapel mics. All of us are just going to be shooting the breeze.
No shit.
Yeah, it's going to be sick, dude. I have
no headphones?
No headphones. I don't want to. The only one he's the only one that probably might have the headphones. Just so he hears, because he's going to be sound teching everybody at that point.
That's fair.
So, and all of us will just pretty much be shooting the breeze. I'll have this as an imitation, but I'll probably have a lapel mic too, just to look cool. But
you gotta have your diva mic. You got your diva headset.
Yeah,
you gotta have it.
I'm glad you know too. So
I'm a gamer.
You're a gamer.
Dude, I'm wearing a fucking Dark Souls shirt. Like
I remember.
I'm a big gamer. And dude, yeah, it's not even just a Dark Souls shirt. It's a Dark Souls metal tee. It's badass.
Nice. Yeah, it has that cool artwork.
Shout out to Peanut Golem.
Nice. Is that where it came from?
Yeah, Peanut Golem does a lot of metal band tees with different stuff. He did a Witcher shirt that's super fucking cool. He's done a Bloodborne shirt. Oh, shit. He did a badass fucking Battletoad shirt that I fucking need.
Oh, God.
And he has a couple other Capra Demon ones like this. And the Capra Demon's my favorite from Dark Souls because when I first started playing Dark Souls, not only did I not know what the fuck I was getting myself into, is I really was very bad at that game.
Really?
I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. And the Capra Demon gave me so much trouble, and people that probably hear that have played Dark Souls will probably tell me that I'm a fucking bitch, and I deserve that because I had a second playthrough with the Capra Demon. He's incredibly easy.
Well, that's not your fault, because I feel more of a bitch now because I've never played it. I've only seen gameplay.
It's so good.
I've just gone through and just been like, I'm just gonna watch this dude play this game because I mean,
Soul series is my jam, dude. It's got to be one of my favorite games of all time.
I'll have to check it out.
And then we get the fucking remaster for Dark Souls 1 in a month. I'm so excited.
Damn.
And I'm buying it on PC. I'm part of that master race
really?
now. I finally did it.
How did that work out?
Did
you build it or
yeah,
it's all built?
This is my second build, and it's a bunch of my friends really wanted to get me to start playing video games. They wanted, or not video games, but like games on PC.
Yeah,
and like a lot of them play League of Legends and PUBG.
Okay.
So, and for those who don't know, PUBG is PlayerUnknown's Battleground, and it's so much fucking fun. I love that goddamn game. And so they all got together and brought all their spare parts together, and we built a Frankenstein.
Nice.
And it lasted for a while, and we did good. And then we tried to SLI the graphics cards, and we kind of fucked up, and we're willy-nilly about it, and we fucking fried the MOBO.
Oh, God. Did it actually, start up? Like, you can see a little smoke and shit?
Or no. And so, when we fried it, we think it's the PCI slots that are fucked up. We're still not entirely sure. It just won't even, even the BIOS won't boot. Nothing will fucking happen. It's just done. And so we took the graphics cards out and the RAM, we tested everything, and everything seems fine except for the MOBO. So we're just like, fuck. And maybe it's even the CPU. We don't know. We never got around to that. The CPU was kind of super shitty anyway.
So we're point, yeah, you got to this point, you're just scrap it.
We're like, fuck it. So now we built another one. I have a sweet, it's one of the older Corsair cases, but it's super fucking rad, and I love it. It's just sleek. I like Corsair stuff a lot. I'm a huge Corsair fanboy.
They have cool stuff. I've always liked that whole glass intake thing. This looks so cool.
So fucking pretty.
Everything on the inside is badass. But then
I don't have one of those. I have a straight up black, and then of course I have the glass side paneling. I have to fucking do that.
No, but that's still pretty cool though.
I like it a lot. And today I actually installed some new LED red fans into my computer.
Oh, nice.
I finally I saw it and I was like, you know what? Need some light in there. And so I got those a couple days ago, and today I was like, yeah, day off. I'm gonna install these damn fans, and it looks so cool.
I have to check that out. That's cool. So what else do you play on PC then? I know. Have you played Overwatch yet?
Not on PC. I tried a little bit on my homie's PC, and man, making the transition from gaming on consoles for my entire life, and then going to PC, it's a fucking giant change.
Yeah,
it's really hard, and it's been difficult. I've gotten pretty good at it. I like the fact that I've progressed so much because I can do pretty good, especially in PUBG. Like I usually get a couple chicken dinners a night when I'm playing, which is nice. Not by myself, by the way. No, with team. I have fucking accumulated 3 chicken dinners solo. Like I'm not that good, and it's been hard. And the Overwatch one is going to be the hard one for me because on console I was like a high platinum. And I know when I go to PC, I'm probably going to be like a silver.
And it's going to be a weird transition because, like, I don't know. I've always felt like being used to playing first-person shooter games on a control, obviously because you've done it for so long. You're just a company to it and used to it.
Yeah, and you get so fucking used to it. And then going to a mouse and keyboard, it's hard, but I understand why it's better.
Yeah.
I get it completely 100%. Like, now whenever I play console, I can feel the actual auto-aim. Hi, cat. But I can actually feel the auto aim now. Okay. Like whenever I'm playing with sticks, you can feel when things are tracking now because you don't get that.
Okay,
it's super crazy.
That's weird because
it's so weird.
Yeah, I see it as like that, like kind of just more of a movement too. Is like you can totally like. I don't want to use an example from Fortnite because that's what I fucking play. So
I play a little Fortnite, not a lot though.
I know where like
I'm bad at building.
There's some building aspects where on the PC or on the console you'll hit R1 just to go through different building specs, but you have to hit it a certain amount of times. So if you want to go to a ramp, you'll have to hit it 3 times. But obviously on a PC, it's just it's a number 3. So it's so much easier. 3, 1, build, whatever.
Do you play PC at all?
I have. I don't. I used to play a lot, but then I fucking.
What did you used to play?
My favorite game on PC was StarCraft.
That's a good one.
I was the
you
fucking
like RTS.
Oh, dude, high level platinum. I was like,
shit,
dude, at least like 100 APM. Like I was pretty
super garbage. That game.
I was awesome, dude. I fucking that's the only game that I'm dreading that I can't play right now is because I just don't have the PC for it.
Just build one, man.
I do. I need to. But I recently just bought the PlayStation 4, the Pro.
The Pro?
Yeah.
Oh, so you get those. You get that high res.
The high res.
All the frames.
Now I can play.
It's 60 frames, right?
Yeah, I think so. 60 frames with output of 184K. No,
Pick up
4K.
God of War?
Yeah, I got it.
How good is it?
I've only played about maybe like an hour and a half, maybe.
I hear good things.
So yeah, after this podcast, yeah, I'm binging that for a good fucking the rest of the night probably.
I don't blame you. Like so, that's the plan for me at some point as well. Like I have a PlayStation as well, and it's like I just need to get that game.
It's sick. And then I got the digital deluxe, so they're gonna send me a little pin. A little lapel pin.
Little lapel pins?
Yeah.
That's my jam.
I'm
as
like,
you can tell with Lane.
Right, yeah.
Everything.
That's sick. You still have that cool ass style, man.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
I feel like you, besides the hair, you're not too different than when you were in high school.
I hope that's a good thing.
I think it's a good. I don't want to say it's a bad thing. I think it's cool.
I'm hoping so.
I think it's cool. Obviously, like
it. I don't know.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Like judging myself now.
I remember I was so insecure when I was in high school. I mean, I fucking wore trip pants.
You did wear trip pants.
Yeah,
you did wear trip pants.
I was super gothic. I was like, this is me.
You did. You painted your nails. You had black hair. You wore makeup.
Yeah,
I remember all of it.
I wore makeup, sickle bang. Let me just shave all my head, but have just this bang on the side of my face.
Makes you feel any better? Jesus didn't stop wearing makeup till like 4 years ago.
Well, you know what's crazy too is like he has a transition too.
He's got a crazy ass transition.
It's weird. It's like, whoa, you went from like this to this. Then this, and now you're like this, and it's cool because like I see him now, and he looks just like he even showed a picture of his dad and stuff, and it's just like
he looks like his dad, dude.
Yeah, just exact fucking like let me just be a biker, dude. That's what you should do right now. It's like you have that look to him.
Shaved his head and like grew a beard, and was like he used to look like a mishmash of like Dimebag Daryl and Kirk Hammett.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
he looked like a weird in between of that. And now he's just like Jesus. We call him Azteca.
Azteca?
He's Azteca.
Nice.
He's Azteca. He just gets mean mug. He just looks mean now. It's fucking crazy, right?
Oh, God. Bald heads always make me laugh. I always
Why?
just think of a penis. Like it's like, oh my god, what's going on with your head? It's like it's so weird.
It's weird, but also I think he pulls it off really well.
I don't think anybody can pull it off.
Really?
I think it's just a weird look.
I think I think it's better than people that are like straight up fucking
Going
balding.
bald.
Like it's like, dude, just accept it. Just grab the razor. Like
So-
if it happens to me, because I mean, I've had like the incredibly high fucking like
Receding hairline.
widow's peak for
Yeah.
a long time, but it's
Okay.
never actually gotten like baldy. But if it ever does, I'm shaving my fucking head.
You're just going straight bald.
I'm not gonna fucking do it, dude. Like,
Okay, so what about those people that have really long hair but are bald on the top? Does that feel?
Oh, the skullet.
Yeah, does that feel the same to you? I like that look. I think that's more natural than going all bald.
Kind of agree. Like the lead guy from Nile.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he just like it's like I think I like him more with the skullet than bald.
Then bald.
If
yeah.
that makes any sense.
No, exactly. I feel like if you are going bald, accommodate to the baldness, not go full bald.
I don't know. I'm the opposite. I just feel like fuck that shit. Like this. Nope.
I guess it's different. Like, have you ever been bald before? Like straight.
No,
razor
never.
bald?
I've had like I've been down to like a 1 or a 2 like completely where I just buzz my entire head.
Do you have a pretty like roundish head?
I do have not a bad looking head. That is the upside. Like like real short. Like when I would buzz all my hair, it did not look terrible.
Okay, I think I have a fucked up head.
Let's see.
I feel like I do. Like when I was a little kid, I remember I got balded one time, and there's probably lumps and shit in there. This just not look good at all. I don't know. And I do have that same like you, but it's not as bad. I have it for quite a while. Like
Yeah, you don't have a widow's peak too. That's
yeah.
like you don't have
Yeah,
this
that
fucking
thing that comes up. But I mean that's cool. It looks
Captain
like,
Widow's Peak Vegeta bullshit I got
fucking
going on.
Yeah, cosplay Vegeta or something.
Dude, I gotta get huge if I want to do that though.
Don't
Like,
be that person.
I gotta be, dude. Like
I
I'm
gotta
not gonna
play
do
the part.
I'm not gonna fucking do a skinny fat Vegeta. Fuck that shit, dude.
That's funny though because like I go to Comic Cons and anime cons all the fucking time. That's
Yeah.
my shit. Like I get invited to go do panels and shit. Like I run this panel called Anime Roast Battle.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. It's just two
sounds
contestants
fucking awesome.
that get up there and just like roast each other with whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that same aspect is like going to there and just like just seeing yourself in that different. I totally lost my train of thought with the Comic Con thing.
No, I
but-
get what you're saying. Well, we were talking about like shit. I lost my train of thought.
Yes, but I know we were talking about the way we look.
Yes, we were. I don't know how we got to this, but I like it because I like.
Have you been to a Comic Con?
I've never been to a Comic Con. I want to go.
You're missing
really
out,
badly
man.
because my girlfriend cosplays.
Yeah.
And she got me kind of into cosplaying.
Who is she?
She is an older what do you call it? What's her name? Fuck, from Game of Thrones. She's the little awesome one. Not Arya, but god damn it. She's shit. Why can't I remember this? This is bugging me.
So wait, is she a more frequent cosplayer and Comic Con goer?
Yes.
Okay, so
Her name's Jordan Franklin.
okay.
She and her roommate also does it. Her best friend, Kayla. She cosplayed as Griffith, which I thought was fucking dope because I'm a huge Berserk fan. So
Crazy.
yeah,
That anime was sick.
I fucking love it. Dude, I don't like the anime's okay, and especially the newer adaptations that
That's
Leiden
probably the
did
one I
can
saw.
Go fuck themselves and die.
Then I
because
probably saw the wrong one. Then I saw probably the newer adaptation.
the Netflix ones.
No, it was I got it for my birthday. This guy gave me a Blu-ray disc of the Berserk, and it was a 3-part on one DVD.
That's the good one.
That's
They left out a lot and they made it pretty and they did a good job.
Okay.
I saw that was when they started introducing the weird ass CG.
Yeah, there you go. Those
Where
like,
it felt
the
like
monsters.
clunky and dumb.
Yeah.
And dude, with they did 2 seasons of Berserk, which is what everybody's been fucking asking for years. Where they started like the Black Swordsman arc,
Oh,
and where after the eclipse, where fucking Guts is like cannon arm, fucking one eye, giant sword.
yeah.
And Jesus Christ, dude, it's disappointing. The animation is so fucking bad.
That's crazy.
And they have this same budget as One Punch Man, and it's fucking garbage.
And it just makes you think, like, dude, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah, and dude, like almost the entirety of like the Berserk fan base fucking hates it,
Damn.
me included,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and it's sad. And then that manga is still fucking going, and the new one should be released any fucking day now, which I'm excited for.
That's sick.
Yeah, I'm also kind of a little bit of a weeb.
No, that's
Just a
awesome.
teeny tiny bit.
There's certain things that's awesome that you follow too. Like, what is have you ever seen Initial D?
I used to watch Initial D like probably second stage. I
Yeah.
think I was that was fucking. That had to have been what over? No, that was about 10 years ago.
2008, yeah.
So yeah, so like I watched a
I just
little
say
bit of
2008
it,
for everything.
but after that I didn't watch anything after it. I kind of like lost track of
the
Initial
third
B.
stage and then the final battle, the final stage or whatever. It was cool. I
never
liked
watched
it.
I know
was into it.
I'll never finish watching it. Rather.
Yeah, I was into it. Like that's probably one of my favorite animes. But I've always been a fucking slice of life kind of guy. Like just that cheesy ass fucking. Oh, let me tell you about my girl problems. Oh no, what's going on with you? Oh, Hikaki, come here. Oh, I'm so disappointed. That I've always loved those. Like there's this one on Netflix. It was called Nana. Have you ever seen that one?
I have not actually.
That's cool. It's about like a punk rock group. But it's all about like a slice of life because like one of the chicks is like this badass like wannabe girl who dates like Sid Vicious. What was his girlfriend's name? Nancy. I can't remember her last name. Something like that. She kind of plays the role of her, and her name's Nana. And then there's another one named Nana, but she's like this prissy, like little, like, ooh, I'm a little cute girl.
Like the exact opposite.
Yeah, and they end up becoming friends and roommates, and then they end up like,
oh,
yeah,
adorable.
it's a great. Oh, I love it.
I'll check it out.
It's cool. I think it's still on Netflix, and then the theme song's cool too. I learned it on guitar just because I was like, I want to learn anime music. I had this.
I need to do that too. There's a couple ones I have to learn. Like if anybody's ever seen the original Berserk anime. It's got like the worst fucking intro ever.
Really?
It's so bad.
I'm gonna check it out.
The intro is fucking hilariously terrible, and people joke about it, and that's why everybody loves it so much. Is because it's so fucking bad, dude. And it's like even learning in a guitar, like it can't be difficult.
You're
it's
just like
so bad.
I can probably listen to it and play it.
You just gotta put your glasses on. Nothing will go wrong. If you could ever find it, like dude, I highly recommend. It's so fucking funny, dude. And the original anime is actually really good too. Like it's the animation is obviously kind of meh, but
the storyline is
it's so good, dude. Like they did such a good job. Like
yeah.
I highly recommend it.
That's always best part of it too. Is like when have you ever heard the 3 rules of anime?
No, actually.
There's supposedly 3 rules of anime that they cannot have all 3 at one time. So you either have really good artwork, really good storyline, or massive boobs and like ecchi kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
So you can't have all 3. You can only have 2 of those.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, I'm like trying to think of another anime that might have done that. Yeah, and you can't.
And you really think about it, it's like, oh well, there's this and there's this. Oh, it didn't have boobs. And there's this and this.
I don't know. I think Devilman Crybaby. I don't know if you've seen that at all. There's a lot of tits in that fucking.
What is it called again?
Devilman Crybaby. Have you ever seen Devilman, the original anime?
I don't think so.
Well, there's the new adaptation called Devilman Crybaby that's on Netflix. Okay. Like it's a Netflix specific one.
Oh,
it's
brought it back.
It's kind of slice of lifey, which is kind of funny. Other than the fact that it's incredibly metal as fuck and really gory.
Oh, nice.
But also like it like still takes place as like about these runners in high school. And so they're like all like a bunch of like track runners.
Oh.
And so like it's just very Japanese, you know, where you watch those things, we're like, why are they so like about sports and team sports? I'm so confused by that.
They're like
I've never got that. I'm like, what the fuck is with their thing with team sports?
Yeah,
like,
because I remember seeing
so weird to me.
Fuck, I can't remember something. No basket. It was a basketball one.
Yeah.
Oh, and then that same scenario, you know, they're so into it. It's like all the aspect of when they're taking the jump shot. It's like, oh no, my whole life is riding on this one shot.
Exactly.
And then like he looks to the side and is like, I don't know if number 32 is ready for the pass, so I'm just gonna do it myself. And it's so like intense, but it's just like it's just a regular game of basketball.
Exactly. It's fucking weird to me. Like I've never understood their weird fascination with team sports. Like it's fucking interesting because my girlfriend, her friend Kayla, she's a huge weeb, like a fucking weeb. She's a weeaboo. Kayla, you're a fucking weeaboo.
Nice.
And she knows that. And she watches this one where it's about like swimmers.
Oh, what is it called?
Iwo Todai Swim Club.
That is it.
Yep.
That is fucking it. And she's like mega into that shit. And she's got like a pillow.
Yeah.
Like
a body pillow, yeah.
Not a body pillow.
Ah!
She does not have the body pillow, and I shamed her for not getting there's her body pillow. I was like, oh my god.
Where's the body pillow?
That is fucking it. That's the one she likes, and I tried watching with her, and I don't get it. Also, Angel, can I ask like the biggest favor of you? Can you get me that other beer? Thank you very much. I appreciate it, my friend.
No, that's cool.
I was like, I'm really thirsty.
No, that's cool.
I also like have a thing with podcasts because I also used to podcast. Like I told you about that as well.
Yeah.
Like I always have to have things to drink.
Really?
I don't know what it is, man. It's a weird tick. And I also have like anxiety and stuff too, and so like I think that's just one of those things where if I have something to drink, it just kind of
eases it.
And it works that way with me with gaming as well. Like I have to have stuff to drink, and so like I blow through like, God, you're gonna make fun of me, but I blow through like LaCroix like nobody's fucking business, dude. Well, because I like carbonated beverages, but sodas are fucking terrible for me. I don't really like them anymore too. Like I've kind of like. Don't do the sugar kick anymore. It's not my jam.
Not anymore.
But beers, I can fucking fly through them if I'm gaming, which is bad. Like, do not do that. That is bad. Then you get drunk and you start sucking and your team hates you.
Yeah, by like match number 4, you're just like, God, guys.
No. I mean, like, I got a pretty solid tolerance, so I'm like,
well, see that. That's
but even then, like, even after 2 beers, it's noticeable how bad my aim can get.
Oh shit!
And I notice it, and like, well, because drinking and gaming is generally not something you want to do because you're never going to actually maintain that level of awesomeness, especially with PvP games.
Yeah.
And so I drink fucking sparkling water,
and it helps.
It does, man. I don't know what it is. I like having things to drink for some weird ass reason. I don't know.
That's just like one of those little glitches, you know, something that just like pet peeve. No, not a pet peeve. Like just something that gets you going. I guess kind of like if you fidget a pencil or something, you know.
Yeah, I kind of get that too. Like, I have like a bunch of nervous tics, and I know I do.
Yeah.
And I've gotten better at a lot of them. Like one of the other ones, I always shake my leg, and I've gotten really fucking good at that because I focus on trying not to do it anymore. But also, I end up doing other things. Like if my hands are free, like I usually like having something in my hands, but now they're not, and I'm like, it's all shit that I'm working on. And so that way I don't look like a fucking nervous wreck constantly.
And it's just adaptating to what's going on because obviously you'll just be here and just be like, well, no. Well, same here. Like obviously, there's certain things that you start doing where just like I'm gonna pick this up and I didn't even drink it. I'm just gonna pick it up like twice and just not even drink it.
No, yeah, that's fair.
Shit like that.
Yeah, I would never have noticed if you didn't point it out.
Right? Yeah, I think I picked it up like 7 times and I didn't take a drink out of it. But it's almost gone, obviously. But there's those times where I was just like, I see you and I'm just like,
it's like you do too. You're like, I want to do that as well.
Yeah,
like,
I get it. You know, it's awesome. And then we start talking about something. I just put it down.
You put it down again, exactly. Then we're done.
The conversation has begun.
So how long have you been doing this, man? I've been like wanting to ask you how long you've been doing the podcast.
I started this for the first day of this year.
No shit. So you've been doing it. You're pretty new.
January 1st was the first day, and it was a podcast with him, and we has like the best views and everything. And then ever since then, it just fluctuates. It goes good. Sometimes it's bad. I have to work on certain things. There's some times where they're like, how come you're not answering questions from like the audience and stuff? And it's like, I'm having a conversation with my...
It's like, I'm trying to fucking do things right now.
Focus on the guy and stuff. Like, I get that I should have more interaction with the guests and stuff, but I mean, it gets a little more complicated at times too. I want to introduce different aspects, like maybe have like a fucking call thing where you can call in and just like...
Dude, that shit's fun.
Right? Unfortunately, I think we'd have to have somebody screen a lot of calls.
You have to.
Yeah.
I've done something like, because like I said, I used to podcast as well. I did a comedy podcast for 2 years.
Nice.
And we tried doing the call thing, and it's weird. But we did one, which is my favorite, is we did, oh, fuck me. Why can't I think of that word? It's going to bug me. Things that could happen. What's the word for that? There's like things that could happen, like possibilities of things could happen. There's a word for it. So, God, it's right there. It starts with an H. It's going to bug the fuck out of me.
Hypotheticals.
Hypotheticals. Thank you. And so we did a hypotheticals episode where we did like I can't remember what internet service or not internet service. Fuck me, I sound like an old man. But whatever thing is like, so they ask us questions and they give us hypotheticals and then we read out those hypotheticals throughout the entirety of the show. Yeah. And those are like some of the funnest fucking episodes we ever did, and a lot of our fan base really dug it because they got to hear their hypotheticals. Oh, okay. But we didn't have to actually do the whole talking to the fan base while doing the podcast. Because I don't know how I feel about that either. I'm with you on that. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking doing something. Yeah. You know, like, I don't want to have to fucking deal with that too. Like,
don't get me wrong. Like, I get, like, maybe with the conversations that we're having, they're like, oh, well, what was your podcast name? If they had that kind of question, then obviously, yeah, hey, Tim, what do you remember what your podcast name was?
It was The Sinking Ship.
The Sinking Ship. Yep. Nice. I got fucked over with my name. I have to change my name. So my podcast name is called Amuse Me. Yeah. And that's actually, if you look it up on Instagram or YouTube or anything, it's actually like a stupid softcore porn thing.
And so you have to change it because you're in competition with a softcore porn? Boom. Yeah. Softcore porn. Boom.
They're totally kicking my ass too, man.
Motherfuckers.
So dude. I'm just going to take the A out. And it's just going to be the
Muse Me
podcast.
That's super New Mexican.
Yeah, so that's what I was going for.
Orale, muse me, bro.
Muse me.
Oh yeah, bro, muse me.
Muse me. And then what's funny is like nobody really thinks of it, but I'm just thinking of like the Greek the muses. Like all they wanted was attention. Like they just wanted to be heard.
I like that. I still like Muse Me. I was fucking around with
No, I get it.
I still really do like
I get it. Because, like, it's funny because, like, obviously, like, why wouldn't you make fun of it? I'm Hispanic. Like,
We're both Hispanic.
that's
We
the
know
point.
that.
But it's more prevalent in my, like...
Yeah, you're very brown.
I'm fucking, like, literally, this guy's like, he's drinking Miller? Why isn't he drinking a Budweiser?
That's not like a Budweiser or what?
That's what he should be drinking. I don't know. I've never been really picky about my beers.
No, I don't mind.
I'm like I love Corona. There you go with the stereotype.
Shame.
You don't like really?
No, it's my least favorite Mexican beer.
I like the lightness. I like that light.
That's true. It is really light.
I don't know. Just throw a little dab of salt, and I'm just like,
I can get behind that.
I don't know. I just like and then I think it's a cool looking bottle. I'm just like, check it out. Look at it. It's cool. It's not Dos Equis where you can't even see the color of the beer.
I don't like clear bottles, man. Like I like beer, and clear bottles fucks with flavor profiles. And like just like the right amount of light hitting a fucking bottle can change the way that beer tastes.
You can really,
and so you can definitely tell with Corona because it's inconsistent. It's never, to me, it never tastes the same all the time. I don't even really like it to begin with, except with lime and salt. Yeah, I do like it with that.
Some kind of like additive.
And so I don't like clear bottles because of that. Because I was there for a fucking minute. I was a beer snob, and
like that whole like.
Not like that. I just really liked. God damn, I'm like a hipster. I really liked IPAs there for a long. I still love IPAs actually.
Okay.
But like now, I'm not a fucking like total douchebag about it. And
you don't shove it down people's throat.
No, and I never did in the first place either. Like, I mean, dude, I'm fucking drinking Miller High Life right now. Like, I mean, I'm obviously not a beer snob anymore.
Yeah, it was
I really don't give a shit. Beer is beer. But there for a while, I was drinking IPAs, and I always bought IPAs. And people were like, you fucking bought IPAs? You're that fucking guy. And I'm like,
all right,
I'm that guy. That means you're not going to drink them. And at this party, I get to drink all the beers I like. Fuck you.
So wait, did you see yourself with like, there's like a fucking refrigerator full of like Corona and Budweiser, and then here comes Tim with this 6-pack of IPA.
And then I'm like, go to a party, and they're like, everyone's like, fuck that shit. It tastes like a forest. And I'm like, but it's my forest.
You don't even know what an apple tastes
forest.
like. Yeah, exactly. Let me give you that apple orchard taste.
Dude, I'm the worst, man. I like IPAs, and I like for hard liquor, I like gin.
Really?
And fucking so many people don't like gin.
That's crazy.
Apparently, I like everything that tastes like forests and trees.
That's not a bad thing though. That's more of a piney, like minty taste to it. I
fucking love gin, dude. It is so my jam.
Nice.
But I can't buy it very often because I just love it so much that I just forget how much I'm drinking.
Oh.
And so like I'll go through like a quarter of a bottle by myself in like a couple hours, and I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? And so I usually don't buy it.
And you could feel it too, right? I feel gin is strong as fuck.
It's hard as fuck. And so I mean, well, it's like any other super hard liquor. It's usually like right around 80, 100 proof.
Like if I drink tequila over gin, I feel like I get drunk over gin faster than tequila.
Oh man, I can't do tequila.
Tequila's the shit. Cobble wobble, baby.
I can't fucking do it, man. I think high school fucking ruined me because I think I got like one of the first times I got really fucked up was off of tequila, and it was Jose Cuervo, which is garbage.
Yeah.
And it's swilled tequila. Fuck all of you. And it's garbage. And every single time I smell it, dude, like I can just like feel a visceral feeling in my chest where I'm like, I think I'm gonna puke.
Damn.
Like every fucking time, dude. Like, cause I just got so fucking so hammered as fuck, and then the hangover was like brutal. And if you're like 16 years old and a hangover is that bad, that's pretty fucking brutal.
It's probably like epic. You don't feel. You're just like, damn, I should never do that again.
And so like now it sticks with me, and then you have that you get that scent and profile of cheap fucking tequila. You smell it and you associate with it. And so when you associate that smell, I associate it with like vomiting. And so I'm like, that's stuck in my head. Good tequila, yes. I do like good Patron. Cabo Wabo. I do like Cabo Wabo. Yeah. I'm also a big fan of margaritas.
Margaritas are good.
Margaritas are fucking delicious.
What is that other one? Hornito or whatever?
Hornitos is okay. I'm not a big Hornitos fan.
Not a big one.
I think it's okay. I'm not a big fan of it, but if it's put in a margarita, you could probably even put fucking Jose in there, and I probably wouldn't notice.
Do you like the difference between the gold and silver?
I do like silver. I prefer silver. I prefer clear. Clear liquor is more my thing, with the only exception being whiskey.
Whiskey.
Because I do like whiskey a lot. I'm a big whiskey fan, except for Jack Daniels. That's another one that I associate with.
Really?
Yeah, it's just I had a really bad bad hangover from one. And now I'm just like, if I smell it, I'm like, no.
Even like, so even if like it's presented at a party,
you know, man, if it's there and they're like, that's all we have, and I'm like, motherfucker.
That's what I hate though. It's like
son of a
especially when they
bitch.
play that card to you where they're like, oh, I'd never fucking drink that. I don't want to drink that. And then you go to a party and it's like, that's all there is. What are you gonna do? It's like, fuck, I hate
They're
you.
like, what are you, a fucking faggot? You drink that shit? I'm like, God damn it, I hate you guys.
What do you mean I'm a faggot? I'm drinking it, obviously.
I'm doing it. I'm not enjoying it. I mean, kind of, but also no. Like, fuck you.
I think you're more of a faggot for enjoying it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, fuck you and your shit whiskey. I can't say that though because I like Jim Beam, which is also a shit whiskey. I don't care.
So let's talk some Fear Those Within.
Oh yeah, that's what I should probably do that.
What is this album's called?
It says Time.
What,
Fear Those Within Time.
What did oh, so it's like a play on the whole thing? Are
It's
you kind of,
no,
Fear
it's
Those
just
Within. Fear
it's-
Those Within. And then Time.
Not Fear Those Within Time. No,
Yeah.
that's hey, the Fear Those Within Time.
Yeah, back in time, yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. It's Fear Those Within. And the album name is Time.
Okay.
And so it's also, I love our logo so much, and so nobody ever kind of gets the logo, but it's what it is it's Morse code for it's Morse code for our acronym.
Okay.
So FTW,
Oh, okay.
which I really love. I love our logo.
I
And-
always loved your guys' logo because this reminds me of a gangster text like "fuck the world, eh."
Ah, dude,
Fuck
that's
the world,
Dude, when I
eh?
fucking first joined the band, I was like, God, that acronym is fucking lame.
'Cause you
dude.
know it,
I'm
right?
like,
You-
oh,
right when you
God, I
hear
was
it.
like, we're FTW. I'm like, I feel like a juggalo or something. I fucking hate it.
All I think is somebody lowering their top lip to show you their acronym.
Orale, bro, fucking FTW.
There you go. That's what I see. But when I first saw it, that's what I kind of got the association with. But then you go more into it.
I know, and so I like it now. Like I mean, obviously, I fucking love my band, and the way that I took it, because I'm not the first vocalist. The first vocalist was Kalani. Shout out to Kalani, who's a fucking dope vocalist and a good human being.
Nice.
But he couldn't do it anymore, and so I ended up getting in the band, which is great because I ended up playing music with some of my best fucking friends. And that I've grew up with. Like, it's one of those things that makes me really fucking happy because it's kind of like how you and we've known each other forever, but we've never played music together. It's kind of like that with Jesus and Scott too. Like,
Yeah.
I've known them for fucking ever, and they're also like some of my best fucking friends. And we never played music together, and we finally got to doing it.
And when you do it,
finally got
yeah.
to do it, and it's just like, God damn, everything makes sense. Like, why have we not been fucking doing this longer?
That's awesome.
Because they were in Bear the Nightmare
yeah.
before, and fucking Bear the Nightmare was awesome. And so now we're pretty much Bear the Nightmare without Joey and Brian.
Yeah.
and Laboray too.
Yeah, 'cause
and
he was a keyboard player. Yeah.
Lab, yeah, fucking Lab. And so I kind of took the Fear Those Within thing pretty literally. And how I think like the whole Fear Those Within thing is like fearing the shit that you have inside of you. Like I did like a pretty good stint of
I think like the whole Fear Those
depression and anxiety pretty hard there for a while, and it kind of fucked with my whole mindset. Because I think before I did any of that stuff, I used to be pretty confident and like a really confident human being, and now I'm not so much anymore. Wow. And so it really fucked with my head, and like suicidal thoughts, the whole fucking nine. And I haven't been that way in a long time. I'm still anxious. I still get the anxieties, which is kind of a bummer, but I have a really good fucking grip on it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. No longer depressed, and I wrote about it, and I wrote everything I could about it, and that's everything in that fucking album.
Nice.
Like all of the things that I felt, and kind of letting people know that they're not alone out there, dude. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, it can happen to fucking anybody. Sometimes your brain, you can have a chemical imbalance, and it will happen out of fucking nowhere. Because I like I said, I feel like I was a pretty confident human being before all that shit, and when it hit me, like, it was tough. Like, I started questioning fucking everything about everything in my entire life, and it super fucked with me. But I think it made me much better of a human being. The fact that I've been through it, like, and so I wrote about it specifically and all that, and so I'm like really attached to the name Fear Those Within now, because it's like you can't know. Sometimes your brain wants to fuck with you, and
one of those trials and tribulation kind of things.
That's actually funny because that's the name of one of our songs, Trials and Tribulations. What do you know?
Right. And that was a total guess, guys. I haven't even heard the album
dude,
yet or
at
anything.
first I thought he was doing it on purpose. I was like, yeah,
dude, I didn't even know. That's awesome. That's sick. that story creeps me out because like I
How so?
remember I felt back in high school like you and Joe and like Matt, you guys were like gods to me.
Aww.
I looked up to you guys so much.
Thanks, man.
Like you guys were it. Like I had no confidence in what I would do. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna be a loser. I'm never gonna be as cool as these guys. They play in a band. And I remember like you guys got in a fight. Like the band got in a fight, and they actually recruited me to go play with them.
How was that?
Dude, it was I had the best. I literally thought I was on top of the world. I literally thought I was going to be the best. They had a show at this fucking biker rally. This is how sad this story is because like I was so happy. I was ready to play this. This would have been my first show ever playing. Like,
oh, no shit.
I was super excited. I practiced my ass off. I learned 2 of your guys' songs, and then I learned
Father.
Yeah, exactly. And then I learned you guys were working on the cover of Trivium Entrance of the Conflagration, and I learned that one as well. And I went to your guys' that was when you were fighting with them though, and you weren't there. I went to the practice.
A whole bunch of shit about that I won't talk about on there.
We'll get after then. But I practiced with them 2 times, and they're like, okay, you're good, you can do it. Come to the show on Saturday, and we'll get everything going. I was so ready, everything was cool. I was actually getting ready for him to pick me up, and it didn't happen. He didn't pick me up.
Oh, what a dick!
They didn't.
Who didn't pick you up?
Matt. They didn't play the
Come
show.
on, Matt, your shit together.
They didn't play the show. They didn't play the show. They played the show without me.
What the fuck?
They did Larry, Joe, and Matt. They did a trio kind of thing. And I was just devastated. Like after that, I felt like I would never be as amazing as like you guys again. Like
you're such a good guitarist.
I had the
even then you were a good guitarist.
I was like I have the chance to be a badass, and they're like they probably didn't see it in me, so they just like let me go. So I had 0 confidence. I hated myself. Oh
man, I'm sorry.
It was shitty. It was shitty. That's probably why I hold the whole goth thing, and like I was so like
so sad, bro.
I'm emo. Let me just tell you about my pain. Life is pain.
Life is fucking pain, bro.
But then I moved with my grandpa, and like I don't know what happened, dude. But I just had this transition, and I became the most confident, most amazing guy at that school. You know how amazing I became at that school?
No shit.
I became the prom king.
Get the fuck out of here.
Prom king,
On
dude.
Hill the prom king.
Dude, it was fucking intense, dude. I remember.
No shit.
Yeah, like I went to prom and I was just like, oh, I'm sitting here, like whatever. And all of a sudden they're like, all right, people, we need to re-vote because it's a tie between Julian and Angel. And I was like, you guys need to go vote. They're like, you guys need to re-vote for that. And then they re-voted, and obviously I won. But I didn't feel like...
No fucking shit, dude.
I was nobody until I went there. And now, dude, I feel like I'm on top of the world. Like, I can go anywhere and portray myself in, like, the most confident manner, like, ever. Like... I just
fucking awesome. Dude.
It's weird though because like I feel like you are that person.
I was. I'm pretty optimistic now. Like that's the one thing that definitely came back to me. And after going through all that shit, like definitely I learned a lot. But I think I used to be so much more confident. Like, and now I question myself pretty fucking often. But I've gotten really good at it. Like I'm pretty proud of the steps and the struggles I've gone through in order to like really conquer my depression. And also get a good grasp on my fucking anxiety because it's pretty rough. Like I used to like get out all the time and do stuff all the time, and then I became like just straight up like a hermit. And yeah, it's fucking crazy.
See, and I feel like it's the opposite. Like I never used to go out and never do any of that stuff, and now I feel like, fuck, if I wanted to, I could probably go like hit on that chick, and even if she says no, I'd be a badass and still did it. And it's just weird because like you never would expect it to grow up how you grew up.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, I agree.
No offense on like any of my old past, like if I like my parents are like fuck ups or like something bad happened, I don't regret it because
neither do I.
Look at who I am now. I'm not a bad person. I don't go out there killing people. I'm not a sickle drug dealer. I'm not like massive like
What do you got against drug dealers?
Exactly. It's like, what's going on, bro?
I'm like, I know some pretty awesome drug dealers. Fuck off. I'm just kidding.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is like, it shaped me into the person I am.
You're a good person.
No matter what happened. Like, maybe I remember when I was fucking 22, and like this guy offered me a little coke, and I was like, fuck yeah, why don't I just dab it on my tongue?
Just fuck it, let's do it.
And I thought I was cool, and then all of a sudden I was like, this is stupid. This is like the stupidest thing ever. But then you go through it. It's just like, I'm glad I did that coke, because I would not be the person I am right now.
Yeah, all of the things that make you are really easy to forget. And you forget about all those things, or you look at those things and you're like, hey, this is a hard part of my life and I wish it never happened. It's like, no, that's bullshit, because that's what made you you.
Yeah.
And without those things, you wouldn't be the person you are today. And I like the fucking person I am today. I'm very happy with myself.
That's what I love to tell people. It's like, dude, why would you not love yourself? Like, that's the best part is like, I don't know. I feel like you, man. I'm a really optimistic person. I always am.
I have to be.
There's so much negativity.
It's everywhere, dude. And that's the only way to be. Like, I have to be. Sometimes I don't want to be optimistic, and sometimes I want to fucking say fuck everything and fuck people and be an entire misanthropist for reasons unknown, but I shouldn't be. And so I have to tell myself that sometimes, like, hey, stop being a fucking dick, dude. Like, stop that shit. Don't be a dick. Get over your fucking self. You're not much different than other people. And, fucking be happy.
That's true.
Be nice. Don't be a dick. Stop being a dick.
It's a really good medicine or cure for that?
What's that?
Weed.
Yeah. I'm really bad with weed, though, man. Like,
what?
I'm a big advocate for marijuana. Like, I wholly fucking support that shit.
You get it.
Because it helped me. I also had insomnia there for a while, and I couldn't sleep. I get like an hour of sleep a night sometimes, if I was lucky. And so I couldn't sleep, and I started smoking weed, and I started fucking sleeping. And in conjunction with that, I started eating better because I was fucking hungry.
Yeah.
And also, it's funny because with that whole depression and anxiety thing, I got another kick of insomnia again, and it was like the worst kind of insomnia, where it's just like, you're fucking terrible, you're a terrible human being, you should just fucking kill yourself, all that shit. And if I smoked weed, and I felt a lot better, and it helped me a lot through that. But it was only if I can do it by myself. I'm not good when I smoke weed around other people.
You're just like, yeah.
Fuck no, I'm so bad, dude. I act like a typical fucking stoner when I smoke weed around other people. So, bro, it's like just fucking eating like a bag of goldfish. Oh, dude, I'm so bad. I don't function well, and I can't get anything done. And so, like, I have a couple friends that I know that function so well when they smoke weed, and they can do anything smoking weed. If anything, they do something's better. I am not one of those fucking people, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I am so fucking bad.
That's weird.
When it comes to that, but it's helped me a lot. Like, I'm a huge advocate, and like it helped. Like, my mother does CBD stuff as well. She had breast cancer at stage 2 for a while.
Damn.
No, she's good now, man.
No, but
she's almost 5 years. She's almost 5 years good, dude.
That's good.
And so CBD's helped her a lot because she had an implant that went through her arm that went straight to her breast in order to treat the cancer, like, right on spot.
Yeah.
And it kind of like fucked up like some nerves in there, and so she's got like super bad pain. And CBD has helped her, like, made her a normal person again. She's like, I feel like I'm normal. Like, I don't feel like I'm fucking constantly in pain. Like, I feel normal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm a huge fucking advocate for pot, dude.
Very good. That's awesome.
Cannabis all day, dude.
I mean, I just like certain aspects of that too, because like you always hear that thing is like, man, I was so pissed off, and then obviously I just smoked a joint, and I just realized, like, why was I pissed off for? I didn't even realize why I was pissed off for. Or like the depression thing, like, I'm super depressed, I don't have nothing to live for, and then you smoke and you just have the giggles and shits all day. Like,
I agree.
It's weird how it works, because like I feel certain drugs that should be legal aren't legal. Like, I don't know, how do you feel about I don't know the scientific term to say it. Psilocybins.
Oh, psilocybin, yeah, fucking
like mushrooms.
Yeah.
How are you about those?
I mean, I think it should be fucking legal too. I'm not super good on mushrooms. I more prefer LSD. But I think mushrooms, I've had a lot of bad trips because I don't think it's as clean. And then LSD is like more clean.
Wait, how is mushrooms not as clean as LSD?
I don't know, man. I just feel like LSD just feels like, I don't know. There's no good way to explain it other than clean.
I guess I can't.
Know?
I never know because I've never done LSD.
Oh, okay.
I've only done mushrooms. Like,
shrooms are great, but it's like, I don't know. LSD, I can't explain it any better than the fact that it just feels. Dude, you have to do LSD. You have to try acid one of these days because it just feels like a clean version of mushrooms.
Really?
Like, it's weird. It's great. Highly recommend.
That's weird because I've taken a lot of mushrooms. Like the most I've taken is like
mushrooms are fucking awesome. I mean, they don't work so well with me anymore. I don't know why. I think they kind of fuck with my anxiety, and I don't like it. And so I don't do it anymore. And I'm not gonna like go Joe Rogan style and be like, you just have to fight your fucking demons, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just take that shit, and if it's sad, then you just fucking deal with it. It's like, no,
it won't be
fuck
sad
that,
next
dude.
time.
It's always fucking sad. Like it sucks every fucking time. I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore.
That's crazy.
And so it just doesn't work with me. Like it's just some things just do not work with me, and that's just how it is.
And it's crazy to learn that too, is because like I've honestly probably, as far as I mean, I've done it quite a bit, but I've never had a bad trip. Like
I've had a bunch.
Never had a bad
LSD.
trip.
I've never had a bad trip. But I've only done it twice though, so that doesn't really count.
Okay.
But still, I mean, if I did it multiple times, but shrooms, of course. I mean, we all grew up in Los Angeles, so who hasn't fucking done shrooms? But now, yeah, I mean, I think when I was younger, it was fine. But now, no, it's just not my thing, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shrooms are just not my jam anymore.
Is like he recently did shrooms last year, and like nothing. He says nothing.
It happens, dude.
Nothing.
Sometimes it just doesn't affect people and they don't trip.
It's crazy.
Because you know what the tripping is, right?
Yeah.
It's the equivalent to food poisoning.
Yeah.
And so,
but I mean,
some people's immune systems just will not fucking do it. They'd be like, "Fuck that shit," and then you just digest it.
But that's crazy though, is because like I don't know if you know the science behind when they're tripping, but like the activity in your brain is just like doubled. It's like super amazing. It's like you can even be in the most intense meditative state outside of mushrooms, and it still doesn't even compare to what it would be if you were on mushrooms.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
And it's
scary.
It's unlocking the brain.
I feel the same way. Like it's one of those things that like, especially like, I've written some good stuff on shrooms before too. Like I like some of the stuff I've written, but I've also written some really garbage shit on shrooms before. And you look back, you're like, what the fuck was I getting at? Like, this is stupid as fuck. Like,
I don't get what I was going with.
But other stuff where I'm just like, God damn, that's a good fucking idea. I'm gonna go with that, and that's become some lyrics for songs and shit like that, and stuff that I've done, or songs that I've written on guitar. Like, and it's worked, but it's got to be like 25% of the time.
That's crazy.
The other 75% of the time is just like garbage that I'm just like, how high were you? Like,
what was truly going on?
Yeah, because you can never actually replicate that state that you were in.
Yeah.
Sober, it's impossible.
And it's weird to think about, like, what if you were sober to replicate that state? What can you do in a conscious mind?
Oh, right.
In a
it's
really
like,
conscious
wouldn't
way.
Wouldn't that be fucking amazing to able to actually have that power of creativity that you have?
Do you have
when you're not actually conscious when you're not, because you're not conscious when you're in fucking shrooms. It's not happening. And well, for me at least, and to have that power and creativity, but have it while you're conscious and sober, man.
What's up?
God damn, that would be amazing.
Tell me a trip. What's a good one? Some one that you've had.
I have a lot of bad ones. LSD was always my favorite because it's just
something that was like
went hiking, the last one, and that was my favorite one.
Okay.
Because it didn't feel like I was really hallucinating. Everything just felt vibrant.
Okay.
But I knew I was hallucinating because I was seeing like light, and you can't fucking see light. Like I know that.
Yeah.
And I knew that too, but I was also conscious enough to know that I'm tripping, and I knew I was tripping the entire time. I liked it.
That's crazy.
It was fun, dude. And everything was so beautiful. And the hiking was awesome. And I like started like really, really hiking and just like sweating and really feeling everything. And I'm like, man, I'm really working. Like, it's so dumb that I say it like that. Man, I'm really working.
I'm working
and,
it.
like, and yeah, but your body feels that way. And you feel your body. And I just felt everything. And I'm like, man, I am working. And I had some water and I ate like some trail
Will you
mix.
put her outside?
And dude, it was fucking awesome. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it any better than that.
It
was just like, everything was just amplified. And everything was so much more beautiful. And I appreciated everything so much more.
That's crazy.
I don't know, man. It was fucking beautiful.
It's cool.
I need to do acid again.
Because the last trip that I had, like, we're just in my room and we're watching The Big Bang Theory. And I have it downloaded from like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, so it's kind of like a shitty quality. It's not the best. It's not the best
like
quality.
240p.
Let's put it that way. But when I was watching it on mushrooms, I shit you not, that shit was in HD, perfectly high resolution. Yeah, it was amazing, dude. And like literally, it's just like it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I know it wasn't because exactly I know the file that I downloaded.
Yep.
I've seen this file millions of times.
No, it's not. That is bullshit, and it's a lie.
And I'm sitting here and like, why the fuck is it so clear? It's like HD. It's amazing. That was like my trip. I just couldn't. I just love the fact that my eyes. This is where my theory comes in and why was it. I've seen it so many times in so many different variations of quality that at that moment it's
so
like
you're actually playing it in your head as I was watching.
It's super high quality. It's like you're watching it in amazing quality right now.
There's no buffer when it's in your head. And so, yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And it's cool to think about because it's an exact repeat of exactly how I saw it. Because, I mean, I've seen it on TV when it was on commercials.
Like mouthing the words while it was going
right? It's like Penny's going to start laugh track now. Ha, 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 ha. It's crazy.
That's fantastic.
But that's cool. That's one thing. Have you ever heard of this thing called the stoned ape theory?
Mm-hmm. I'm very familiar with the stoned ape theory.
Why aren't we? We're probably humans because of that. That's one of those weird ass scenarios.
There's a couple things. Like, I mean, it's definitely. I think it holds a lot of credence because of the fact that, I mean, specific animals. Which animals are they? There are specific animals out there that look specifically for like psilocybin mushrooms and eat them specifically to trip. Which is like, I can't remember what the fuck they are. It's gonna bug me. It's not wolves. It's something else. I can't remember what it is. But there's a reason why we probably did the same thing when we were stupid fucking apes 100,000 years ago. Okay. I mean, not stupid apes. We were still,
pretty intelligent. Yeah.
We were human sapien, or no, what do you call it? Homo sapien. No, Homo sapien. But not Homo sapien sapien. Homo sapien sapien is currently what we are. Okay. And 100,000 years ago was probably right around when that shit started happening. Also, another fun one is not just the stoned ape theory, but with beer and liquor and alcohol and all that kind of stuff. We don't know what came first, beer or bread. Nobody knows. Where everyone's very sure beer came first, not bread.
Why is that?
Because they found 15,000-year-old urns. Not urns, but like stuff that they actually put like wheat and stuff in there and it fermented all on its own. And so they were like, this was used for making fermented liquor in some way, shape, or form, whether it be beer or anything else like that.
Okay.
But that is older than any other bread-making fucking device ever made. So they're very sure that beer came first.
That beer or some kind of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
No, it's because as dumbass apes, we're still really interested in mind-altering like substances. So the stoned ape theory, I'm totally behind it. Yeah. I think it makes so much fucking sense.
I thought it was cool too. It just like blew my mind when I first heard it, and I was like, that would make sense because like there are some animals that you say like they I remember on the Joe Rogan podcast they were talking about how we relate Santa Claus with like
the mushrooms. Yeah.
Those
because of the Dead Sea Scrolls stuff.
Yeah, the way that they look and shit. It was like that's so awesome because the mushroom is like fucking red with little white dots on it. It looks really pretty. I can't
remember what mushroom it was. It was an Amanita. I think it's an Amanita. I can't remember. I know which podcast you're talking about.
Yeah, it was just recent too. He was talking about that guy who like butchered a cow or butchered that leg right in front of everybody.
Oh yeah, the Canadian guy. Yeah. I listened to that one.
That was badass. I was just like, you're badass.
He's a baller. And also like I'm also like big for hunting as well too. Like I think hunting is awesome because I mean I don't think a lot of. Also, like I said, I lived in the UNM area for a while, so I know a lot of vegans and I understand what they're going through, and I really commend them for going out of their way to be such a fucking badass in order to do that. But some people don't understand why hunting is kind of necessary. And especially with deer and stuff like that as well, because they do fuck up crops. And it's necessary because we have to do that to ensure that they don't fuck up anything that actual vegans are going to be fucking eating as well.
Like population control.
And so it's population control, and on top of that, you have to pay for tags. Like, you have to pay for a fucking license. In the same way that you can't just go out and fucking fish whenever you want. You have to have a fishing license. Like, if you're not doing that, that's fucking technically poaching. You cannot do that. And what you pay into is you pay into conservative efforts for wildlife. So you want conservational efforts for wildlife.
That's so weird.
That's specifically why hunting is good. Because without any of you get more money from hunting than most donations.
Okay, yeah, I can see
that. Like, conservational efforts are big by hunters. And people don't understand that.
Right? Because obviously you're going to pay $50 to get your hunting tag.
Exactly.
If you do or don't get it.
If you do or don't, yeah. If you pull or not. But either way, you're still fucking paying for it.
Compared to the person who's like, well, I guess I can donate $5. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
And so people are specifically paying for that. This is where it gets kind of iffy in Africa. Because are you familiar with like a lot of the trophy hunting that happens in Africa and the conservational efforts that are happening with it?
Yeah.
And so a lot of the times, like a lot of these animals, you see big game hunters, and they have killed a rhino or something like that. They post it all over Facebook, and people are like, fuck that guy, trophy hunting asshole, blah, 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 blah. But that guy paid a lot of goddamn money to hunt that fucking rhino. And that rhino was also a fucking asshole. He was killing other rhinos. If anything, it was another conservational effort. And so, on top of that, the people that release those tags and actually the people that you're paying for that are villages that are usually setting that shit up.
They know.
So you're supporting conservational efforts. That guy who paid $15,000, probably way more than that. I'm probably fucking that up.
Yeah, for a
but
rhino.
for killing a fucking rhino, legally, albeit, he's paying so much fucking money towards conservational efforts.
Right? After that
which
money.
is fucking crazy.
Yeah, they can...
That's where it gets dicey. And that's where I'm like, it gets a little dicey there because, yes, that's kind of fucked up. I get it. Because they're not going to... Whoa, no, actually they do. And so for a lot of the times, they'll take the trophy they want and they'll get all the meat, and all the villages, they get the fucking meat. Everybody wins. It's a win-win situation.
It was just the thrill of the hunt for that guy.
That guy, it was thrill of the hunt. He gets whatever the fuck he wants. All the villages get money towards the efforts of building fences, so that way, because that said fucked up rhino decided to kill all those fences and be an asshole.
Yeah, rebuild it.
They get all that money towards that, and they get all the rhino meat, so they actually legitimately eat it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and it happens constantly, and so that's where I think if you would have talked to me fucking 6 years ago before I knew about it, I would have probably been like, fuck that guy, that trophy hunting piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But now I look at it now and I'm like, dude, it's incredibly positive. And it helps because they only usually do animals, unless they're kind of fucked up, but they always usually do animals that are actually hurting other animals or being a problem or too old or something that's not working with the conservational effort of those animals and purpose.
Okay.
So it's really fucking interesting.
And it's not saying that like they're destroying the ecosystem or anything. If anything, it's just helping it out.
They're helping.
Because there is a difference, though. There are those hunters that get permitted to do what the hunt is, and then there are the illegal poachers.
Fuck poachers.
Where they just do it because they feel like they can do it. So that's one of those iffy things. It's like, well, obviously we have to stop it everywhere. If we're letting these people do it and not these people, it just has to be cut off everywhere.
That's ridiculous. You can't just stop something. It doesn't work like that, because if you stop something, then there's going to be people that'll find a way around that.
Yeah, there'll be even more
poaching. Which is why poaching exists in the first place. And because people don't want to pay, upwards $50,000 to fucking hunt a rhino, and that ivory is worth a lot. And I get it. I understand it. But also, fuck poachers. Like, it's bullshit because they don't care about conservational efforts. They're not supporting villages. They're not doing all of these specific things that actually help in any way, shape, or form. Instead, they're just killing and being assholes.
That's crazy.
Fuck them. Which is why in Africa, where like a lot of poachers shot on sight. And I'm like, good for you.
Fuck
them
that justifies your shot. That's crazy.
What's that?
That justifies him getting shot.
Oh, fuck yeah, it does.
Right.
Like, no, stop indiscriminately killing animals. Like, there are specific things that you should go through. Conservational efforts are there on purpose. Which is why I support all of that stuff so much, is because, it's not just killing shit. It's not just killing shit.
Yeah, it's actually working towards...
It's working towards the actual health of that environment.
And in hindsight, goes back to you, is like, you're actually the thrill of the hunt, the pride of hunting, the actual... You're not going to be a douche... Well, maybe not you, but
no.
There's other people that are going to actually use all the meat that they use, like, actually conserve, like,
Mm-hmm.
And if not, they'll donate it, There's, like, going to be... Let me just throw this out to a bunch of people. Like, obviously, you guys don't have food, so here you go. Like, it's a win-win in those kind of scenarios.
In those scenarios especially. And that's another thing with hunting as well. When people pull a elk or deer... you can't just leave the carcass out there. It's fucking illegal. Like, you cannot do that. You have to pull everything back.
Yeah.
You have to. Like, you can't just leave it out there. I mean, some people are just unlucky, and then, a bear gets a hold of it or something.
Yeah, right.
And you're just like, well, that's not mine anymore. Well, fuck that, okay? Like,
I'm
fuck
done.
that bear, fuck that, I'm out. Like,
might as well just wait
you
for
win,
next year.
dude. Like,
got next year to do this.
I wouldn't fuck with a mountain lion or a bear. Fuck no. Even a black bear, even black bears here are like super tame. And not tame, but they're just like really sketchy, and they're just like, oh, human, and they like bail.
Yeah,
so we don't have brown bears, which thank fucking God.
Right,
brown bears are horrifying.
Wreck this fucking place up.
Yeah, dude, because they don't give a fuck.
That'd be crazy to think about too.
They're horrifying fucking things. It's fucking great. You ever hunt at all? You ever do anything like that?
I did a little bit with my grandpa. I was just the like guy that went along with them. they always shot it, and but we had to go in super early.
What'd you hunt?
We went for elk.
Oh, lucky! I've never been elk. I've
Really?
never pulled.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. We did get a hunt. We did get one. We shot it. Takes off. You have to go trail it, find it, even take it back to the truck.
Dude, trailing elk I hear is fucking difficult. If it's anything like deer too, it's hard.
It's fun. It's crazy because you get to see those little aspects. They're like, oh, he ran through here. After we shot him, he was running through here and he tripped over a rock, and you can see where
you
his
can
elk.
see the foliage and everything that's fucked up on the way, and you're like, oh man,
we're almost there.
He's like, he's bleeding out. He's almost there.
Yeah.
God, it's so fucking crazy.
It's cool.
It's so awesome, dude.
And you understand it more.
You learn to appreciate it.
Exactly.
Like that's one of those things that I adore about hunting. Is like, dude, I mean, killing something with a gun is way better than that thing probably would have died in the first place. Like,
yeah,
like there are really like most like anything that's eating like not vegetables, but like vegetation, anything like that, flora.
Yeah.
It's usually gonna get fucked up by a bear or something worse. Like a lot of those times, it's gonna be a way more gruesome death. Like
a freaking mountain lion or something. Just
yeah.
Like, whoosh,
I was like, a lot of the time, those things don't die of old age. Most of the time, they get killed.
It's a horrific death.
It's a horrific, terrible death.
And it's not as bad as like, well, I don't know. Like you said, it's like, let me just take a bullet to the head. You'll be fine.
I would much rather shoot myself in the fucking face than, get mauled by a bear.
Right. I'm pretty sure you'd feel
way more. If both of those decisions were laid out, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to take that guy. Like,
you're going to die, but unfortunately with the bear scenario, you live for an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah, you get to live through that shit, and then it gets to dice you up, and, oh, god damn it. And I listened to that Joe Rogan podcast about when...
Oh, yeah, the bear attack?
The bear attack one. That's when the guy ended up, like, riding the bear down the hill. I'm like, oh my fucking god, dude. Kodiaks are horrifying.
It's not even dying.
Oh, that's so scary, dude.
I can imagine that.
Because the one thing that he talks about is like, those are modern day monsters. Like, you want a monster? That's a fucking monster.
That's what I love too. Is like
fucking horrifying.
You guys are over freaked out about fucking aliens and shit, dude. Fucking, we don't even know what's here.
Yeah.
You want to fucking freak out? Freak out what's in here.
We haven't even explored the majority of our oceans.
And we don't even know, dude. It's crazy.
We don't even know. How fucking scary is that?
It's intense.
It's fucking awesome, man. It's one of those things that makes me like to think about the fact that I like space and I think we should explore more, but it's like, man, we really need to explore the fuck out of these oceans. Like,
right?
I feel so much we don't know about our own planet.
That's probably
crazy.
That's always been my scenarios. Like, the aliens don't want to talk to us because they're like, learn about your fucking planet first before you even try coming out here in space. You don't even know what's going on there, dude. You guys are fucking up at that point.
It's like a fucking a girl was like, you don't even know yourself.
Yeah.
And before you talk to me, you need to know yourself better.
Yeah,
okay?
You don't even want to date me, okay? You got to get over yourself.
Get over your fucking self, learn who you are, and then come back and talk to me.
There you go. See? You know what's awesome about this podcast?
What?
Tons of material for jokes.
True.
Tons.
What do you got?
No, that's it. Like, I can re-listen.
I thought you had more now.
No, you could literally re-listen to this podcast and the shit we talked about, the funny scenarios, that can be just added straight into there. Because there's been some funny stuff that I've come up with just because, like, I've been talking to people. There was this one guy on this side. His name was Adam. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about bullshit, superheroes and stuff. And then all of a sudden we came up with, like, well, how would it be if you got a superpower? It's like, what would you have to do to get a superpower?
Oh,
would you eat a baby's head? Could you eat a baby's head?
I couldn't eat a baby's head. It's too big. I couldn't fit it in my mouth.
Okay,
There's
obviously.
no goddamn way.
Well, obviously you're gonna have to cook it up.
I have to pound it out a little bit,
mash it,
just kind of like mold it, and it's soft. The bone can't be that hard.
There's no
goddamn way.
And it has to be newborn. It can't be more than a week old.
I would hope it to be newborn. How the hell am I going to eat that fucking head, dude?
A week old is already too hard of a head.
It's way too hard of a head, dude. I'm not going to be able to digest that.
This is the shittiest part, though, is you don't know what power you're going to get. For all we know, you can get a fucking second arm to pop out of your back. Let me cartwheel my way to danger.
Hold on, I'm gonna fall. Just kidding. I'm back. What's up? That second arm, dude. The third arm saved me.
Right? Or that's some kind of like kicking. You kick somebody like, ha, yeah, take that, you evildoer.
Or you just get just a finger, like another finger, and you're like, that's it. I ate a fucking baby's head.
Yeah.
To get another, and it's not an opposable either.
Yeah.
Not an opposable, just another finger. You're like, You're fucking pointless.
It doesn't work.
And I play. And I'm right-handed, so I can't even use you on guitar
anymore.
Exactly. It was like you're not even like my fret hand. You're bullshit.
At this point, I'm crippled now.
And so you're just like, well, I guess I'm gonna go grab ye old hatchet and knock that fucker off real quick.
If anything, I'm going to go see if I can get SSI for this or something. God damn it. Jesus, that's what I need now.
That's a fair one to do. I'm trying to think of like another shitty fucking superpower now though. Like what would be like just completely fucking pointless? Pointless superpowers.
It wasn't pointless though. Here's another one.
What do you think about pointless superpowers though?
Okay,
there's gotta be.
This is kind of pointless, but it's not. It's invisibility. Is because the coolest part about it is like, literally, if you're like in the heat of battle and you can't handle it, I'm gone.
Just get the fuck out.
Who's gonna save you now? Or it's like you're like, it's super intense and it's something you can handle, and you're just like, I'll save you. Just keep turning invisible, and no, you just keep doing it, but you still do it regular. Like if you were gonna go fight the guy,
yeah,
but you turn invisible every time you fight. Like you just keep flashing invisible and invisible. You're a regular. That would be
super shitty.
Yeah, you're a regular person.
Super duper shitty.
You can still punch the person if they're invisible, but obviously you just don't see them.
Yeah.
So your superpower is like every 5 seconds it just turns on and off.
Oh, that would suck. Oh, that would be fucking terrible.
I mean, it'd be cool. You're just like, and then you can run away, and hopefully within those 5 seconds you can run fast enough, and they don't see you.
Horrifying, but also like, I mean, how fun would that? How weird would that be during sex too? It's just like, I'm here, now I'm here, no, I'm not.
That'd be weird too, right? I wonder if the woman would feel more pleasure because she's like, she doesn't have to worry about like you.
Just put a pillow over her head, dude.
You're just like, you're good.
She never has to see me in the first place. Dude, it's fine.
You're cool. Yeah, that's invisibility at that point.
Exactly. I see. I'm already a superhero.
There you go. It doesn't even have to work.
It never usually does.
I don't know. What do you think of another shitty one?
Another shitty one would be.
Well, you can't like go over
to have night vision all the time.
All the time.
All the fucking time. You have night vision.
No, yeah, I guess that would suck.
You'd have to wear like a fucking like welding hood.
I don't know what it looks like.
You look like you'd be that asshole.
I've never worn night vision goggles out in the day.
And you don't want to.
So you don't.
Do not recommend it.
You just don't see anything.
You
different.
can't. It's just white.
Oh really?
It's bright white light. That's all it is. You can't see shit.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and contradict that. At least you'll probably like enhance your other senses.
Yeah, that's like just like being fucking blind.
Exactly.
It's like
except
being
at night.
blind,
except at night.
I was like, it's like being blind except at night.
Dude, you'd be amazing at night.
Oh man,
I would not.
Be dope at night.
I would be straight like a night owl. I wouldn't.
What would you do? What would your job be if you can only have night vision?
Security guard, like a shitty cemetery security guard or something.
Oh, dude, yeah. I can deal with the cemetery one. The security guard one, I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to do that.
Really?
Fuck no. I would never want to be a security guard, dude. That sounds like a terrible fucking job. I've known too many security guards where I'm just like, yeah, that job sounds like it fucking sucks.
Your job sucks.
Fuck that.
It's like, what do you get? They gave me a whistle. Oh, how you gonna protect somebody with
a whistle and a mace can? It's like, good fucking luck, bro.
like they couldn't even afford the mace can. Jesus, the whistle.
Oh man,
they took the
fucking rape whistling everywhere.
I just think of that fucking stupid. What is it? Friday After Next with fucking Ice Cube, where they're like, it's a Christmas one, and they're like mall security guards for that shopping center or whatever.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah,
how the fuck have I not seen that?
Stupid. It's dumb. Are you ready to see Super Troopers?
I am fucking so goddamn ready to see Super Troopers 2.
Super Troopers 2.
I don't expect it to be amazing, but I also expect it to be amazing.
It might
be. Makes
any
fucking sense.
You never know.
I think it's gonna be fucking awesome.
I'm gonna go watch it maybe tomorrow.
I'm debating on going tomorrow as well. I have the whole day off.
Double day. Just kidding.
Oh shit.
It's an idea. I mean, I'm not. I have off tomorrow too. So.
Do you have a girlfriend or what?
I don't.
You said double date.
Well, I got my girlfriend.
Oh hey Angel. What's up, girl? He's gonna treat you. He's gonna treat you, ass.
Do you hear him? Do you hear what he's saying right now?
Oh shit. Yeah, well, I mean, if my girlfriend, whenever she gets out of work, she wants to go see it too.
Yeah, so
I'll let you know when she gets out of work. Maybe we can fucking set something up.
It's an idea. Tomorrow though is another open mic night. Every time it comes up,
I feel like yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about this on the podcast, actually.
Every time I come up with one, every time I know. Okay, one is every Sunday.
Yeah.
Tuesday and Thursday, not at the same place. One's at this Bosie's bar. There's another
Boise
one.
Brothers.
Yeah, the Boise Brothers. There's one at the Red Door. I don't know where that's at exactly.
Which Red Door?
I don't know.
Is it the one like that's down the street from us, or that way rather?
I think it might be the one that's that way. I don't know.
I hope so.
There's a Red Door and that.
I don't have to go downtown.
Open mic nights on Tuesdays, and there's another one called Comedy Belief or something. It's like a basement.
Yeah, Tim's basement.
No, that's another one. That's another one.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's actually.
I don't know about that one then.
Yeah, there's a guy with a monk, like a monk costume, and he's like Comedy Relief, and it's like here at this place. It looks funny.
I'm interested.
Open mic.
I don't know how I feel about Comedy Relief at a comedy show.
But it's a not well. I guess I'm reading the.
I was like,
the tag
that sounds really weird.
It's like, let me comedy relief you with comedy.
Yeah, right. Hold on, as I in my monk outfit.
Right, the picture looks funny. But
I'll
yeah,
check it out.
Tomorrow is an open mic.
Let's stop being bitches and go fucking actually try to do our open mic shit. So, by the way, I know you guys haven't heard about it, but we talked about it earlier. We talked about how both Angel and I have we have comedy written and we have stand-up comedy stuff written, and we haven't done it.
It's nerve-wracking.
It's super scary.
And it's the funny thing is, like, I tell my routine to a couple people, and they're like, "It's funny. It's pretty funny. You might have to tweak a little thing, but it works." And it's like, fuck, you telling me that just makes me more or less confident. It's scary.
Exactly. It's just like, no, I got to work more. But that's the entire process of doing that entire thing. Is like, we have to fucking tweak it. And the only way we're going to get good at it is if we fucking do it. Which is the same way that works with music. Why we've been doing music for so goddamn long and why we're comfortable on stage. Because we weren't always confident doing this shit. We were also nervous at some point in time. And we also fucked up on stage and had bad days. And we learned from that shit. And we figured it out, and it works the same way with anything else, including comedy. Yeah. Like, we just have to fucking do it. And yes, here I am fucking trying to drop information on how we can get better, and I haven't even fucking done it, dude.
That's always the hardest part, too.
Damn it, dude.
Because I'm over here listening to Joe Rogan podcast stuff like, well, I'm going to intake all this information. It's like, how? I haven't even done it yet.
Yeah, I haven't even fucking done it. Like, and it's good listening to a lot of, like, I listen to a lot of, like, comedy podcasts as well, and I get everything they're saying, but I can't ever actually understand it until I do it. And I fucking need to do it. And I just need to.
That's all it is just getting out there and doing it.
And until we fucking do it, we can't say anything.
I feel, yeah, that's true. I mean,
we have to fucking do it before we can talk shit.
And just gotta grow some balls.
Yeah, man. And that's why I told you about, like, the whole, like, acoustic thing that I wrote, that I told you about. Like, I did like a comedy acoustic song.
Yeah.
And yes, it feels hacky, and and a lot of people are probably gonna be like, that's hacky as fuck, but fuck it, man. I think it's a good way to shoehorn myself with music, so that at least I feel somewhat comfortable.
And they could see it too. They'll see it. They'll be like, this guy's a musician. Holy shit, it's being funny. Then you can actually start being a little more funny, straying away from the music.
It's a good way to shoehorn myself, I think. I mean, maybe not. I mean, maybe a lot of people aren't going to like it. I won't know until I fucking try it. So,
that's exactly. You don't know.
Dude. And that's the thing. That's the scary part. You're just like, fuck, man, I got to fucking do it first. Then I can know.
Yeah.
So I have to, like, put myself out there. Try something I've never fucking done before and fucking do it. We both have to.
That's true of everything, though.
Yeah, it is. It's true. That's what I was saying. It's true fucking anything.
Like, maybe 5-6 years ago, I got into magic.
The Gathering?
No, like actual, like.
Straight up. Oh no, I've seen your Instagram for all that. Street magic. It's fucking awesome, dude.
Street magic. And
I'm a huge fan of street. I can't do street magic, but I like street magic.
And it's crazy too.
I think it's fucking cool.
It's that same concept. Like, I know how to do the trick perfectly, but it's about presenting yourself. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
How you doing, sir? My name's Angel. I've been doing magic for about 15 years. I'm about to do this trick for you, and then I do the trick, and I have a routine of how I say certain things and stuff too. It's like, that wasn't your card? Oh, are you serious, sir? Let me double check that. Let me go ahead and do this sequence again. And, like, obviously they're just like, oh, this guy's bullshitting me. And then bam, trick ends up exactly how I wanted.
Sleight of hand, motherfucker. So are you big on sleight of hand?
I'm good. I'm good, man.
You have to show me, dude.
I will.
I really want to, dude. I am such a fucking huge fan of sleight of hand magic.
And it's cool. It's fucking. It's just
cool as fuck, dude. I can't do it, man. It's just not my jam.
Yeah.
But, like, I love watching people do sleight of hand stuff. I think it's incredibly fucking impressive.
Yeah, I'll show you some tricks after this. We'll get some shit going.
I don't have any tricks, dude.
Well, it's okay.
I can throw something and catch it behind my back. I don't know. That's really literally all I can do.
Dude, you know how to skateboard. I don't know how to fucking skateboard.
That's
a fucking trick right there.
I forgot about that.
I've always wanted to skateboard. I've always wanted to. The best I can do is an ollie that maybe can lift up like 5 inches.
I got plenty of boards if you ever want to go.
Show me how.
Well, I'd be down, dude. Like,
Practice though.
I downhill a lot. That's like the big thing that I got into.
Really?
I can regular skateboard. I think I do that way more than I used to downhill. But like downhill was like my jam. Like we'd go and hit like the crest and stuff like that and have a blast. I was sponsored by a company there for a little bit for downhill.
Nice.
By Riptide. I think I am still sponsored by them. I don't know.
Let me know if you're hearing.
Let me know. I have not been doing it. Well, I blew my knee last year. I blew out my knee. I MCL ACL my left knee. I hit a fucking tree snowboarding.
Oh my god.
And so like
not
I kind of just
right? Not at Sipapoo, right?
Yeah, actually at Sipapoo. I did it at Sipapoo, late day, fucking icy.
Yeah.
I fucked up. Some guy was like sitting down, like almost like laying down in the middle of a trail. And while he was laying down, I couldn't see him coming around a bend, and I saw him like, oh fuck, and I just went right, and it was all icy, and my board just couldn't grip. I just went off the side, just went through the fucking goddamn tree patch, and fucking nailed the shit out of a tree. I got lucky, dude. I'm lucky I didn't break anything.
Damn.
Because it hit my boot. It hit my left boot, and Jesus
just
Christ,
the impact
blew my fucking knee out, dude. MCL, ACL, and then like I was so amped afterwards. I was like unstrapping and getting back up, and as I was walking, it felt like so here's my legs, but my knee was doing this, like bending inside, and I was like, the fuck is that? Like. That's new, and it felt like a wet rubber band was holding my knee together, like to not go in. It was fucking weird, dude.
Damn.
And so I was like, I need to get down this fucking mountain. And so like, as I was doing that, some skiers saw, like, I guess they saw it, and they like came by and they're like, "Hey, you all right?" And I was like hiking up. I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And they're like, and then they kept going. And I was like, "Motherfuckers, I just went through some trees." Like, really?
Why did you say you're good?
I was like, no, I kind of I should have said that.
They probably.
But
were
also,
just like,
the guy I narrowly fucking avoided never fucking showed.
Really? He was just like,
I should have fucking nailed him. I regret not doing it. To this day, if you're laying down in the middle of a fucking goddamn trail and you're moving, because he was moving. He was just being an idiot. Okay. He was being a fucking idiot. I should have hit him.
Damn.
I probably could have ollied over him, too. That's the worst part about that. But then my girlfriend showed up, and she saw me hiking up. She's like, "Why are you down there?" I was like, "Hit a tree. Everything sucks." And she's like, "Are you fucking okay?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Can you make it down the mountain?" I was like, "Probably not, but I'm going to." Fuck that. I'm no bitch. I'm not about to get fucking toboggan down the goddamn mountain.
That's not
so I made it down the mountain, and then like on the walk there, like my knee just kept bending inward.
You can probably hear it and just like feel it.
It was so weird. It was the weirdest feeling, dude.
That sucks.
And then when I finally sat down, and all the pain set in, like all the adrenaline went away, and I was like, "Yep,
I'm out.
Fuck my knee up.
I'm out."
6 months, dude.
Damn.
Didn't have to have surgery though.
That's cool. Just a healing process.
Yeah, and rehab, dude. Like, have to use TheraBands and do workouts to make sure that you're because my leg, my whole left leg atrophied because I couldn't bend it for 2 months.
Damn.
And so it atrophied. Like, it actually got smaller than my right leg, which was super fucking weird. Like, when you see it and you look at your legs, you're like, why are you smaller? Like, visibly, like, my thigh was visibly smaller than my right leg.
Oh, damn.
And so I had to, like, keep doing, like, exercises and work my left leg out more. And it was just a bunch of bullshit.
That's crazy.
Don't blow your knee, boys and girls. It's terrible. Don't do it.
It was worse because I actually was tobogganed down that mountain.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't remember my accident. It was so bad of a head trauma.
Yeah, super concussed.
Yeah, dude, okay, this is exactly what happened. It's like I had the day off, and at that place they give you free ski passes if you work your whole shift, like your whole 8 hours. They're like, "Oh, well, you'll get a free comp pass for the end of the week or whatever." So I was like, I'm going to use it. So I went. The only thing I remember is parking. Parking that morning. That's it.
Yep.
Then maybe like a day and a half later, I woke up in the hospital. I don't remember anything else. I don't remember going up.
Fucking bad.
Don't remember going up the ski lift. I don't remember.
You lost a whole fucking day, dude.
Supposedly,
holy shit.
I had to be airlifted from there. They had to airlift me from there. Dude,
that's fucked up. That bad?
Yeah, dude. You know how bad it was? Like, supposedly, I was bleeding out of my mouth. I had like really bad, like, I don't know what was happening.
Were you wearing a helmet?
No, I wasn't.
You probably wore a helmet now.
Yeah, I've always worn a helmet after this.
Yeah, me same.
But after that, like, they were trying to put like this tube in my mouth so it was help my breathing and stuff. And I was like very like, I wasn't taking it. Like, I was very active. Like, I was like fidgeting.
But you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Dude, it's scary.
Oh, it's so scary.
You know what scares me too, though, is like right now, I probably have enough head trauma. If I were to get hit or something really bad in my head, it kind of probably bring it back.
Yeah, and that's a fucking crazy thing, man. Is like head trauma is fucking scary because I've had it not quite like that, but I had a concussion at Sepapoo.
Yeah.
And I lost like a straight up hour. Like I don't remember anything that happened. And apparently, like, I, like, fell and ran into a family of skiers.
Damn.
Do not remember. But then what I do remember is them waking me up.
Just
and apparently I ran directly into a family of, like, there was, like, little kids and toddlers and shit. I do not remember.
Damn.
They're like, are you okay? Everything all right? And I was like, what happened? They're like, you, like, ran into us, but, I mean, no one's hurt, but are you okay? And I'm like, looking at it, I was like, I'm snowboarding. I was like, it's the guy, you know, you like look around, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? And you look down at my feet, I'm like, I'm fucking snowboarding. Why the fuck am I snowboarding?
I think
like,
I'm okay.
I think I'm all right. And they're like, okay. And then I was like, fuck that. And just like,
straight up the mountain again.
Time to go down.
Do it
so,
again.
Like, yeah. So no, I just went down. I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I feel embarrassed as fuck. Like, I don't remember anything that happened. And they were telling me that I hit them. And they were fine. Everybody's fine. And they were really fucking nice, dude. That was like the upside, is they weren't mad at me at all.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were like, dude, he's concussed.
There's even those people that are just like, what are you doing? He's driving so fast.
Yeah, exactly. And so they were not those people. Like, I got really lucky, apparently, because they were really fucking nice people. And they were like, do you want us to call somebody? And we're like, no. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm going to try to make it down the mountain. They're like, get down safe. Like, make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
And so my buddy TJ was with me. He was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fucking concussed, dude.
I don't know what happened.
He's like, I was like, I don't know what happened. He's like, you hit your head earlier, and you've been acting goofy ever since. And I'm like, I don't fucking remember. Like, I honestly don't. And it's not a memory I have in my head. And so, like, I made it all the way down the mountain because I'm an asshole, and I need to start getting tobogganed out, dude. I'm gonna fucking kill myself one of these days.
Look, I don't need a fucking toboggan.
Dude, I'm just like, what are you, a fag? Like Bill Burr style,
right,
you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you, a fag? It's like, no, I'm gonna make my fucking way on damn that mountain. I'm a man, all right? But made my way down the mountain and sat down, getting ready to unbuckle, and I just could not reach my fucking feet. Like, no matter how much I fucking tried, my feet just felt so far away. I could never fucking actually grab them. Wow. And I was like, I can't fucking... So it took me like 5 minutes to unbuckle, like a fucking asshole. And so I finally got out, unbuckled, and as soon as I like grabbed a board, dug it in the snow, and like went to stand up, I was good, started walking, I fucking just ate shit, dude.
Oh,
like,
God.
Straight up fell over, ate shit. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I can't walk. So like tried it again, I got up, and I just couldn't walk. TJ was like, you all right? I was like, no, you gotta get over here, dude. And so like he walked me to the car, and I just like had zero equilibrium. It was fucking crazy.
Damn.
And horrifying because you're just like, my body's working, but like I can't walk. So finally get to the car. He's like, I have to go back inside because he had to rent some snowboard boots because dumbass forgot his snowboard boots. Yeah. He's like, so just like chill out here, chill out in the back of the truck. I'll be right back. And so I'm sitting there, I just start fucking puking. Like concussed. Yeah, it's concussion. Yeah. Like that's about right. I'm just like start fucking puking my brains out. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking concussed. And so he was also my roommate at the time. So he was like, and we also at that time believed in the myth where like you're supposed to stay up and not go to sleep if you have a concussion, which is not true. Yeah. But we did the entire night. We stayed up, ate pizza, and watched Dragon Ball Z.
And you're like, you'll be safe, man. Just watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was just like, you know what, dude? He was like, dude, we're gonna watch Dragon Ball Z. We're gonna eat some pizza. It's gonna be okay.
Totally would have been that guy.
Like I bought a bunch of coffee for us.
Right.
We're fucking good. And I'm like, thanks, man.
Totally would have been that guy's. But like, all right, we just saw that episode. I need you to recap what just happened. Tell me exactly the plot point. Why was this main character in this situation? And then you answer wrong. Let's go to the hospital. He's not right.
He's gone, dude.
He's gone. That
he
concussion.
Doesn't know who Vegeta is.
Oh my
wrong.
God.
He's asking who Vegeta is. This is wrong. We need to go to the hospital.
The whole episode was about
Who's that
Vegeta.
Fucking guy with the widow's peak. Nope, we're going to the hospital, dude. Get in the fucking car. We gotta go to the hospital.
He needs fucking help. Let's go. Damn, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I'm still fucking like crazed out with yours, man. That's fucking scary. You don't remember fucking 2 days of your life, dude.
Like a day and a half, but I don't remember. I don't remember them taking. I got airlifted. Don't remember the helicopter ride. Don't remember them getting me in the hospital bed. Don't remember what they did. All I do is remember the next
shit, man.
Waking up. My grandma's like, "Are you okay? How's it going? You've been out for now like almost a day." I'm just like, what the fuck, really? And they're like, yeah, you had a pretty bad accident.
Dude, that scares the fuck out of me, dude.
But see, that's what I'm scared of is like, what if it were to come back?
That's one of those things, man. I mean, with head trauma, it's something fucking crazy because it's a possibility.
Like,
and it's not really come back. It's more the fact that like you might just not be the same person ever again.
Trigger something that makes it different.
And I think maybe like I've broken 3 helmets skateboarding, and I'm like, dude, like I'm probably maybe the reason why I had anxiety anxiety and depression and all that stuff is because I hit my head so many times. Like there's a good possibility that head trauma is why I became the person I am today. I like the person I am today.
No, but I get what you're saying. Yeah,
it's also there's a direct correlation of why I could have done that. Like I could have had enough head trauma to change me as a human being and fuck with my actual brain. And there's a good fucking thing for that. Like I mean, a lot of like fighters, people that experience too much head trauma, they get punch drunk.
Yeah. And
when they get punch drunk, they talk weird. They're not the same people anymore. They're just not there. They're entirely different.
It's like their aspect is whatever that is, the fight.
And people will ask him too. They'd be like, do you remember like how you were like years ago? And he'd be like, I was just a different person. And I was like, yeah, people change. I get that. But when people start getting like kind of, what's the best word? Dead behind the eyes. Okay. Like that kind of whole thing. Like that's when people get punch drunk. And
that's when you're just like,
damn, fucking scary, dude.
That's
like
crazy.
I have a good buddy, Colic. Like he last year, I can't remember. It feels like it's recent to me. But he got hit on a bike. He was on a bike and he got hit by a car. Was wearing a helmet.
Okay.
And everybody had to teach him how to fucking eat again.
Damn.
Like completely everything. He had to learn everything again, and it's scary. Like it doesn't take much, man. Like
it really doesn't.
He's not Golic, but he's Golic. It's crazy because he's just not there, and he has to learn things. And he was a fucking baby there for like a month or two. Like he was just a fucking baby.
And it's just weird to think about. It was just a weird wiring that just messed up.
It
just
reset
changed
him completely. It completely reset him. Like from as like everything he's ever done, everything he's ever learned is gone.
Yeah, I've always seen it. There's always different scenarios. But I see it as like plugs. Those plugs came out, and you have to put them all back. Unfortunately, for us, it's taken over 25, 27 years just to put those plugs into what there are now.
Exactly.
You get in that like head trauma, they all just unplug, and now you have to plug them all back in.
Done.
But it takes so fucking long to plug them in. There might be those aspects where like
that's a good way to put that. I like that, by the way.
You might have that aspect, where like maybe I can plug this in faster because it's a reminder. Because there was this one where like this person had head trauma and he had short-term memory loss, so he could never remember anything. But the only thing he remembered was music pieces that he played.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, see that was crazy to think about. Once he started playing, it was not the aspect of his brain that gave him the memory to recognize it. It was the muscle memory of his brain. The different part of his brain.
Specific part of his brain.
Yeah, that was like, when you play this, I know exactly what to play. I don't remember. This brain doesn't remember what exactly you're playing, but this brain knows exactly. It's like...
That's fucking horrifying to me, dude.
What is that aspect?
Man, like brain injuries scare the fuck out of me.
That aspect of you never forget to ride a bike. You can probably break your legs or like have like a really bad accident, but you'll
never forget how to ride a bike.
You get the concept of it, and you might even like wrestle your way through the bike, but you'll get it. And
that runs so true because I didn't ride a bike for 5 years. Got on a bike. I was fine, dude.
Really?
I was totally good.
It's crazy.
Like I could ride a fucking bike, and I was like, it took me like a solid 5 minutes to kind of get used to the bike. Once I got used to it, I was like romping around and
remember
doing bunny hops and shit. I was like, dude, I just remember. Like, what the fuck is that? That's crazy.
And it was more due with the muscle memory.
Yeah,
that's what I love about music is like we have this aspect of memory, of memorizing notes and shit. But we also have this memorization of just patterns.
Just patterns of
the
things
same
that you're doing.
thing over and over and over
I'm
again.
Good at patterns. I think that's something that I've always been good with is patterns, and that's why I'm happy that my brain works that way towards patterns because like you're like the whole thing you're talking about with like pattern making and your ability to actually remember pattern making is fucking awesome.
Compared to like analyzing pattern making is different.
And I like analyzing pattern making too because it just makes more sense to me as opposed to, which is weird because I love music and I like music, but I actually appreciate pattern making more than I like the fact of music, which is fucking weird to me, which is probably why I like Gent. Actually makes
that makes sense though because like I feel once you learn the aspect of music, you want to make patterns instead of just actual dash. You don't want to stick with like I have to do the E minor scale 3 notes per string.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to totally ramp it up where you're like, what if I hit one note only on E and D, but all the other notes have 4 notes of the scale pattern?
Right.
You're fucking. That's
what if
you
I want to
making-
syncopate with the drummer?
Exactly.
Exactly. It's shit like that.
Yeah. What if
I don't
their
know,
snare their snare roll is exactly how many times you hit the low E sound?
Exactly.
Whatever.
It's like how many fucking times am I actually gonna? Yeah, exactly. Just follow. Just like
Exactly.
God damn it.
And at
I
that
want to
point-
play music.
And at that point though, it's muscle memory. It's not analyzing it.
No, it's not, because you can just it's oh man, that's the fucking amazing thing about the goddamn human brain. Is like you fucking feel it and you see it and you're just like, I'm gonna fucking play it. And then you play it and you're like, no, that's kind of off. I'm gonna actually fuck with that a sec. Then you follow the drummer and like, there we go. Fucking
Yeah.
got that.
And then when you start to learn it too.
Damn, dude, that's like one of the best feelings, and it's really easy to fucking forget that. Like after playing guitar like we have for so goddamn long, it's real easy to forget that.
You can learn a song by listening to it
Just
instead
by
of
fucking listening,
instead of just having to look up the music or the tabs or whatever.
Fucking cool, man.
It's awesome.
The
Dude.
human brain is fucking awesome. Let's not fuck up our human brain
Right?
anymore, dude.
We've made it as good as we are now. So,
I agree.
dude, we've been here for like 2 hours.
Wait, really?
We've been here for a while, man. We've been here for quite a while.
Oh, you're not wrong. Jesus Christ, I keep saying no. Fuck me.
We have
Anyways, wrong.
We have one more segment before we take off. Okay.
Okay.
This segment is called Rapid Fire. Did you hear it?
No, actually, didn't make it all the way through the Jesse James podcast.
Everyone does it at the end.
Okay.
Because I have 2 seasons. I did season 1, which was from episode 1 to episode 8.
Okay.
And then this is start of season 2, which was from episode 9 all the way to you now.
Okay.
So, for season 2, we have this thing called Rapid Fire. It's a list of 25 words.
Okay.
I'm going to say the 25 words. I'm going to say each word. And I want you to say the first thing that pops into your head.
Fuck. Okay.
It doesn't have to be a phrase. It doesn't have to be a word.
All right.
Here's an example.
I'm pretty bad at this. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my goddamn damnedest.
Okay, here's an example. I'm going to say the word can. You can say beer.
Yeah.
Or you can say...
Something that's associated with said word.
Yeah, it
I get what it is, but it's
doesn't-
also like,
Because a lot of people think they only have to say one word. They're like can, beer, table, draw,
I can see anything else I want. I'd be like, fucking
getting drunk.
drunk, Rick and Morty. I don't
Yeah,
fucking know,
it
shit
doesn't
like
have
that,
to be
yeah.
a word. It could be a phrase.
It could be
too.
anything that I associate it with.
Yeah, but it has to be rapid.
Okay.
That's the whole
Okay.
concept.
All
of
right,
it.
hold on.
Let me get the studio audience going crazy for this.
All right, I'm ready.
This is called rapid fire. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna suck this shit up.
Everyone from episode 9 on has done this exact same list.
All right.
So what I am gonna do is after you're done, I'm gonna get this list and I'm gonna make a compilation video, and it's just gonna have the word and everyone's answers
That's
after it.
fucking beautiful, dude.
So
That's
it's gonna
such
be
a good
fun.
idea.
It's gonna be funny.
All right, let's fucking do it.
All right.
Also, have I been standing too far away from the mic?
No.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we're here. You could actually recline a little bit more.
Okay, because
I just like to have this
No,
visual
because I
of being
see
so
you
close.
close, and I'm just like, dude, do I need to be close? Am I fucking up?
Because the
Like-
cool thing about these mics now is it actually picks up both of our sounds at the same time. So my mic is
bitchin'.
picking up your mic, and my mic's picking up yours, so it actually enhances the sound just a little bit more.
that fucking fidelity, though. What's up?
25 words.
All right. Okay, hold on. All right. God damn it, I ran out of beer. All right, let's do this.
All right. 25 words. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. This is called rapid fire. 25 words.
25.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Pizza.
Pineapple.
Island.
Cuba.
Music.
Periphery. I don't know why. That was a weird one.
Cartoon.
Fuck. I can't think. It's gonna. I know. I'm fucking up. It's the one I want specifically. It's gonna bug me. It's the Animaniacs.
Black.
White.
Trippy.
Acid.
Fast.
GTR.
Animal.
Cheetah.
Spicy.
Jalapeno.
Maze.
Corn.
Army.
Iraq. That's a weird one.
Drugs.
Alcohol.
Air.
Oxygen.
Pendulum.
Newton's cradle.
Native American.
Danae.
Scar.
Full Metal Alchemist.
School.
Los Lunas Elementary.
Magic.
The Gathering.
Computer.
Corsair.
Superhero.
Deadpool.
Comedy.
Jim Norton.
Bleach.
The anime.
Fame.
I actually don't have one for that one. I don't know why.
Ham water.
Milk steak.
Amuse me.
Muse.
A ripoff. That's what that is.
Softcore porn.
All right, there you go. Thank you, man.
God damn it! I should have said that.
Thank you. That's rapid fire. Just those 25
That's
words.
fun. Yeah, sorry, I just couldn't do that one for some reason.
You'd be surprised.
And Animaniacs was haunting me. It was just like it was there in my head. Like I saw the Animaniacs, and I was like, "Fuck, I know it's supposed to be rapid fire, but I have to get this." Like
this has to be a specific one. What is it going to be?
My anxious ass self would never have forgiven himself if he didn't do it.
Nice.
I had to fucking do it.
Cool.
Fuck yeah! Thanks for having me, man.
No, Tim, thank you for coming.
I enjoyed.
You
got to
come back. You got to come back.
I live down the street.
Exactly. Right. That makes everything even better.
No, dude, let me know if you want to come back. If you ever want to record, like. Even if you want to do just bullshit, like let me know. I love recording.
I'm down, dude.
It's been like 3 or 4 years since I podcasted, and man, I've missed the fuck out of this. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you liked it. I mean, we've shot the breeze probably longer than a lot of my other guests, so I think we do some good chemistry.
Let me know, man.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Of course, my friend.
Dude, you're awesome. Cue that music, Angel.
Hold on, one last thing. I wanted to mention his links will be in the description.
I love you, Angel. Thank you.
Angel, thank you so goddamn much.
Come back and watch again. And here we go. See you guys.
Yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, notifications, all that good stuff.
Fear Those Within official. Check it out.
His descriptions will be in the link below. Make sure to check them out.
Thank you, guys.